Lamau.
Okay, let me check
All
if
right.
we're live. We should be
I'm
live.
used to this. Like, I'm actually a
All right,
newscaster
I
in
need.
my
We are
area.
live,
Oh.
I think.
All right, everyone. Twitch chat. Welcome back to what the? All right, never mind. I'm still here. Welcome back to House After Party episode. Twitch lagged out. What episode is
11.
this? Episode 11. After my 1 week hiatus, I know you guys all miss me, but I am back. And with our special guests, we have right there on the left or right, in which Twitch still lagging out, we have Artha, the man banned from all three leagues simultaneously. What a god! Although he is coming back next season. Look to see him in the Premier League, probably playing well. What a guy, Artha. And then our other guest, top lane champion, in my opinion, kind of MVP player, I'll say, of Never Clucky. Kind of. I split it up, but he played super solid and carried the new minor league team, Never Clucky, to the Premier League victory lane. Also, he looks like Wild Turtle, just kind of. Like, look at him, he just kind of looks like Wild Turtle. He has a TSM jacket. He's pretty cool. And then, as always, we got me and Raisin. So, take it away, Raisin. What are we going to discuss tonight?
Okay, Swifty, you really need to learn to say my damn name right. It's killing me, man. So I think the thing that I mostly want to talk about, seeing as we have Nairb on here, and I think the first thing that we should do is we should talk to both Nairb and Artha a little bit and get to know a little bit about them, because I know Artha has lots of experience playing on a few different teams, he's told me. So let's, and then Nairb obviously is the strategist for Never Clucky. From what I've heard, he could be full of shit, but uh, we'll see. So, whoever wants to go first, Nair, can you tell me your experiences and what you do with Never Clucky and your role that you play in Never Clucky?
Well, for minor and premier, I just primarily did pick ban, and I tried to schedule as much practice as we could. Um, that's probably gonna change though. I want to get a pick ban person or an analyst, so I don't have to do everything every week.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was primarily my role.
Okay. So, what did that include? Right? Because a lot of people. So, I'm gonna say that. Uh, like, what is your like? What did that include doing pick ban and analyst? Because generally, when I've described these positions of someone who does strategic coaching versus an analyst, whenever I say analyst, I always mean someone who is quite literally doing statistics. Right? They
Mm.
should be doing statistics on what people play, how they're playing it, their build paths, the damage output, stuff like that, along
Oh,
with
okay.
other statistics. So when I say analyst, that's what I always mean, and I think people get these confused a lot because they're very, very different positions, and their job roles I feel are very, very different, and they take a different set of skills. So a strategic coach generally looks at doing pick band as well as the gameplay during the game, rotations and stuff like that. But they get the numbers from the analysts and they work with those numbers in order to do good scouting, good rotational play, and to work around the mathematical formulas that are in League of Legends. So, explain to me what you did.
Yeah, I didn't do like I didn't do any math whatsoever. I would look at VODs, look at OP.GGs, and look at what champions people are playing, and seeing what trends, like what patterns teams would choose. So then I could base our pick ban around it. So if we're on blue side or red sides, so if usually if a team would favor one champion and they're on blue side, we would not ban any power picks, and then let them ban whatever they don't want to play against. So they get whatever they want, and then we get two power picks.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really do like any number crunching or, uh, yeah, like that kind of thing. It was mostly pick ban,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay, so
yeah,
you did a little bit of analysis work, but looking people up and stuff like that, but mostly just pick ban.
yeah.
Okay, so Artha, you've played on White Lightning. You left from there. I obviously am going to want to hear why you left White Lightning because that is one of the reasons why you were banned from playing in Premier and Minor League. Um, so if you could go into that and some other things, but and your role you played with them and other teams you've played for and what you can tell me about that.
All right, so my White Lightning situation. First, it was I was on a team, so I was on White Lightning, and then I got offered from a team that wanted to qualify for Challenger Series. Obviously, that's more important, so I went with that, and that failed. And a week later, so I ended up leaving for no reason from White Lightning. I
No
asked to join
reasons.
back. Well, it ended up being no reason
Yeah, I see.
because it failed. So it's pretty much a big waste of time. And I'm all about making my worth for time. So
Mm-hmm.
after that, I asked White Lightning if I can join back. I played for a week, and then I had to make a decision if I was going to stay or not. And I decided not to stay because I didn't really honestly like the laners. Was not a big fan of them after playing some scrims or something. Like
Okay,
once we lost it,
so let's go into it. What didn't you like?
we
You just
were
not like their
playing.
voice? Because I mean, that's really a throw off for me. I can't play with people I
Uh,
don't like their voices.
when I played with White Lightning, it wasn't anything with personalities or anything. All of them were really good personality. We had like a good environment and everything. It was mainly just play. Like we would be playing, and then we were versus like Diamond Fives, and honestly, we were all like D2, D3 at the time, and I believe that you shouldn't be losing to Diamond Fives at all. And like they were losing lane and stuff, so I'm just like, all right, it's just one game, and then like 3 games later, the same thing occurred, and so I just decided next day that I can't play with this team anymore. It also helps that I was playing with like usually D1, D2s for the team that was gonna qualify for Challenger Series, so they were always performing, unlike my team was at the time. Even though we were 5-0 in White Lightning, I didn't enjoy just playing. Like I didn't feel like we were a good team. I just felt good enough for House Party, like maybe top 3, but I didn't think we are actually like a good team.
Okay. Okay.
I
Fair enough.
The only thing, like, I've been on a lot of teams, so usually I just shot call, so that's the main thing I do.
Okay. Mostly shot calling. Okay, so that brings us into what we're gonna really focus on, especially is these games. This is a spoiler alert. If you're watching now and you haven't watched the finals, you probably should go back and watch them and watch the VOD of this later because we are going to talk about every single game, who won. So this is like your one chance, and I'm gonna give it like 10 seconds because there's a 10-second delay. That if you have not seen the finals and you don't want spoilers, you should probably go watch this later. Okay, so this is like your one shot to leave. Okay, so that being said, we obviously had Saw versus Never Clucky. They were actually a very close series, though I don't think they should have been as close as they were. Um, I felt like there was a lot of throws in some of these games. We're going to go through each game, but the first thing I want to do is last week we talked about the matchups, right? We talked about, and mostly it was sided towards Never Clucky. They felt like most of the time, Never Clucky's laners would actually beat Saw's laners, right? Um, which some of it happened, but some of it didn't happen. So I felt that Muse and Relara, generally speaking, came out of laning like early laning phase, always had a CS lead almost every single game, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through these matchups together, and we're gonna see what you guys think about these matchups before we get into the games. Good.
Shrifty, we're gonna say something.
Good.
Well, we can talk about when the thing starts.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I was just gonna talk about bot lane, but then we were just gonna go on. So
Okay. So
go
we're,
for it.
we're gonna stop. We're gonna start with top lane. So Nairb, it's you versus Super Frank. Who do you think's better, and why?
I think we do different things for a team.
Okay. What do you think
Like,
those things are?
well, it's hard to say like even top lane, especially in those, in that series, because they lane swapped a lot. So it doesn't matter like if you play 2v1, right? Like they did, and we don't have that much experience in lane swap, and we don't practice it. So if you 2v1 better, it doesn't matter how good the bot lane is, or it doesn't matter how good the top lane matchup is. So you can just come out ahead. Like you can pick Sivir, clear the waves, and then come out ahead. Like they did. Like a lot of the games, they would clear waves and then take vision control.
I thought they
But
only lane
I
swapped
think
2 games.
well they lane swapped 3 games, but we like
Yeah, because you
anticipated it
called
game.
one you called one of
Yeah,
them.
but that
So
didn't really
they
help.
only lane swapped 2 on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in terms of like raw skill or who's the better player, I think we're probably the same.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
honestly, watching the series, I thought top laners are kind of irrelevant towards what happened. The only thing that happened was probably Nairb's signature Gnar and his ultimates, which I think it caught them out and they had a wombo combo because of his Gnar. But that happened like in 2 games, and that was the only time a top lane was relevant. The TPs were decent plays, and everything else was just farming.
Mhm. What about the? We'll get into it when we get into the games, but I mean, like definitely the Echo was something that stood out in my mind.
Mhm.
So, but we'll get to it when that game, because I thought that was a really interesting game and a very good game to watch. So, moving on to junglers, who do you think's better, DMX or Let My Support Go?
Definitely, definitely not DMX to be honest.
Let
Well,
myself
ma-
go.
funny
Yeah.
'cause-
I mean, not necessarily just because DMX is worse, but I know that DMX has been on super tilt lately. Like he's platinum 1 after being like diamond 2 maybe half a month ago. And when you go into finals and I mean, you try to not to let it your solo queue affect like your scrims and like actual play, but you're always just in the back of your mind. I'm platinum 1 right now. And I mean, it had to affect something. Like he just didn't show up really. I don't think, and
Okay.
that was probably why.
What do you think, Nairb?
About the rank thing, I don't know. I think it depends on the person. Like Izumi Shinichi, our mid laner, was plat 1 for most of the regular season, and he played fine the entire time.
Hmm.
Beating like other mid laners that people
But
thought
was
were
he
better
ever
than.
like
That's
was he ever like high diamond, or has he just not played enough solo
He
queue, or
doesn't- he
just
doesn't
like
play
He
ranked
doesn't
much.
play solo queue that much.
yeah?
or
So
that
I mean,
much.
it's completely different. But yeah, I
Yeah.
understand the ranks don't matter really.
Yeah, especially if you're playing like competitive stuff versus like ranking. For junglers, I think again their playstyles are different. Like DMX would buy Sightstone like most of the games, I think, and Yang or Let Myself Go, we call him Yang. Let Myself Go would like be really he would try to force fights a lot, and he's not on the team anymore. Like he stepped down from the roster, but I want to say it was like really refreshing to play with him because he would make us fight even if we didn't want to.
Hmm.
Like he would pick Zac or something like a Mumu or Pantheon, and it would like force us to fight, which is really fun to play
Troll
with.
jungle.
Yeah, it was pretty troll, but I think if you have the mechanics to back it up like he does, it turns into like a really good play style.
Hmm.
Personally, when I played against DMX, I think it's like he's pretty much what you think of when you say D5 jungler. That's what I see. Besides that, I think Let My Support Go played well. Like he pressured correctly. Like it was coordinated between Everclucky. I don't think DMX played bad though. Like he didn't have like major mechanical mistakes or anything. Like it was like average or nothing impressive. But Let My Support Go definitely put more pressure out him in the games and definitely made more ganks and was able to make his laners get out ahead,
Hmm.
especially mid lane.
Yeah. So, moving on from that is mid lane. We have Izumi versus Gunshin. I thought for this series that Gunshin really didn't perform as well. Like, I mean, I thought he did all right with the Vlad and then the Victor game, but other than that, I felt like Izumi played so much better, especially out of laning phase. So, what do you
Yeah.
two think about these two matchups? Was it just an off day for Gunshin? Because normally I think Gunshin does a lot of very good macro style of play. So, Nairb.
Yeah, he still was doing like that macro kind of play, but after playing like dynamic queue with Gunshin a lot recently, I can tell he's like a lot better player than that. In terms of like mechanical, I think Ju has Azumi Shinichi has the edge, but they're like particularly close. It
Hmm.
was just like after seeing the Victor stuff from Gunshin, like the way he was playing, it didn't seem like I don't know if it was tilt or he just was having an off day. That's what some seemed like though.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Artha?
Well, I think mainly it was just team fights. I think when, especially when playing Azier, like they went into like choke points and like it was just really bad positioning. It let Azumi do really free plays pretty much. As far as that, what like Gunshin didn't have much pressure mid lane.
Yeah.
Also
He took
interesting summoner spells. Yeah,
barrier on
interesting summoner spells
Vladimir.
and
Oh boy.
interesting builds too. I mean, he does that. He's known for
Yeah,
that.
I
But
like it. It kind
I
of mixes it
actually
up,
I
but
thought
sometimes
the
it's
barrier
just
was really interesting and kind of cool actually.
uh,
I thought it was
Um,
terrible.
I don't think it was terrible. I think it had like a purpose, and it felt like he actually knew what he's doing. I just didn't think it worked out that well. I felt like Azumi's Azir though was like pretty fun to watch these games. Like I felt like he did a
Yeah.
lot for Never Clucky, and I don't know if you guys would have won without Azir in some of those
No,
games.
definitely not. It's his best champion, I think, by far. It's either that or Lux.
Hmm.
Just for some reason. Like for Azir, sometimes he like tunnels a little too hard. Like if you saw in game 1, I think.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of pressure mid game because the kills were so low. So if anybody dies, you lose a lot of map pressure because like death timers are so high right now. he knows like he's really good at the champion, but sometimes I think he overestimates how much damage he can do, or he sees like too far ahead of the play and then overexerts himself. But
Okay.
yeah, those two champions are, I think, not permaban, but you have to be able to deal with one of them if you want to be able to deal with him, Azir and Lux.
Yeah. So, moving on now, we're going to talk about the bot lane together. You have Talisman and Neverfound versus Muse and Relara.
Oh boy, I
For
mean,
this series, it was Angel. S Angel wasn't never found.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, it was.
Yeah, yeah.
What
who's a
happened
girl,
there?
by the way. Narb was saying S Angel's a girl. Everyone, stop calling her.
Thank you. I
Mm.
forgot about that.
What happened? I never found. He just stopped playing the game, so
Oh.
he didn't want to. He didn't want to be on the roster if he wasn't going to practice. So
That makes
I mean,
sense.
that was fine. Yeah.
I thought that like when you look straight away at the games and see Talesman always down CS. So there's a reason for that is because I think maybe I don't have the games right in front of me, but I think maybe 3 games Saw's 80 or Muse was on Sivir, and
Mhm,
you
yeah.
never beat Sivir with CS at all. Once she gets like 2 items, you just press W and auto the wave twice, and the whole thing dies. And he was also on Vayne, I think 2 of those games, maybe, or if my memory serves,
Yeah, it
2
was
or at
Ezreal
least
and Vayne.
1. And it's really hard. Like you never beat Sivir in lane. The whole reason you pick Vayne is just so you can farm easy, and because she pretty much has no kill pressure on you, and then you just outscale her. But you're gonna beat down. You're gonna get Flame Horizon probably, especially if they are funneling all the CS into her like they were doing. But then there's sometimes when I look down there and just in lane, in like the even lanes when Muse wasn't on Sivir, that he was down CS, and I think that I'm not really sure why. Just because it just had to do with like how he was playing. I guess he was either playing off or is just maybe worse. I can't just assume from that just by watching games, but I think their Talisman and Muse are pretty much equally skilled. Like they're both like really good AD carries, and it just depended on the champions that they were playing on why Muse was always winning in CS like he was. And some people are in Twitch chat having like keeping track of how many times Talisman was getting Flame Horizon, and I'm like, guys, come on, it's impossible to win lane or at least go even with CS. So that's my take on the bot lane. I didn't really, I mean,
It
the
was
support.
almost every game though. Like it wasn't just like one game. It was almost every game. I think that
Well, yeah,
Muse had
because
it.
like 3 games were Sivir. Do you
Yeah.
know the rest of the like bot lane matchups? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah. I have them all here. Let's see. We had the first game was Janna Ezreal versus Lucian Bard, which yeah, that was a pretty bad CS lead. The next game saw had Sivir and Morgana versus Lucian Nami.
That lane should be like somewhat even. I mean, I. I can't. I was gone the first 2 games, so I didn't get to watch them. But I, I don't. I can't really see him being. I don't remember if he was down like that much CS that game. I can't. If he's down like below 10, if he's lower than like 10 CS, he was obviously played the lane worse because that should be a pretty even lane. Is But I mean, the first game is pretty understandable. Lucian Bard's really strong, and the Janna and Ezreal are just gonna sit back and try to farm under turret when they keep pushing it in. So it's not much they can do in that lane. And then the rest of the 3 games were Sivir, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
and then I do want to say one more thing about the bot lane. I do think that Relara makes more plays than S Angel did.
Yeah.
Just
definitely.
Angel was usually on someone like Janna though, so it's not that fair to say that they're making plays. But I do think wholeheartedly, while the AD carries are equal in skill, that Relara is definitely a better support than S Angel. So I mean, that's just my take on it from watching. So
Yeah, like I said, we'll get into the matchups in a little bit. So, but like it definitely felt like most of the time it was like started out favored for Muse and Relara, but I just feel like Let My Sup Go did so much more than DMX in those games. Like generally speaking with the lanes, so especially mid lane. So, but let's get into the games, I guess, and we'll talk more about these matchups and the way that you did pick ban and um, all that kind of stuff. So, game one, you Never Clucky's on blue side, Saw's on red side. You guys banned out Trundle, Braum, and Alistar. They banned out Lulu, Callista, and Rammus. So let's talk about the bans first. Why'd you ban what you banned, and why did they ban Callista after Callista received a huge fucking nerf?
Uh, I think is Calista still good, like at all in competitive,
She's
or she's just
so
really bad?
clunky. Like she's just
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh my god, it feels so bad playing her. I hated her before. Just like, I mean, I didn't say I hated her, but I didn't like picking her. And now it's just I would pick pretty much any AD carry other than
I
Calista.
think she's being
I
played.
think she's still fine.
I think she's being
Like,
played now, but after that big change, I think it would be very unlikely because it happened in the middle of the week too.
Yeah.
So you're assuming that an AD carry can relearn a champion before.
Well, maybe it's just something they don't want to deal with, like all of Calista's kit, and
it's so
I
annoying.
think she can still be fine late game.
Yeah.
But I think Talisman is still fine on the champion. It's just whether or not you want to deal with him. I don't think he's a one trick. Would I have banned Calista if I was op? Probably not. But for our bans, Trundle, Braum, Alistar, we wanted S Angel to have a good matchup, and we knew that Rolara would play Braum or Alistar if he could, especially Braum. Like I think if when we didn't ban Braum, he picked Braum the entire set. Yeah. I think Braum's like so good, and if you're as good as Rolara on Braum, it's like really hard to deal with. So, and then I actually thought about playing Poppy beforehand. So, um, we banned away the Trundle because Trundle to Poppy is like really fucking good for Trundle. But then I ended up picking Gnar because I think they first picked Poppy, right?
They first picked Janna. Or no, you guys first picked Janna. You guys were blue side.
Yeah, their first rotation.
Yeah, their
So
first
we-
rotation was Poppy Elise.
So then we picked.
I can go through the picks in a second. I was
Yeah.
just wondering about your bans.
Because I see, yeah, for bans, we just didn't want Rolara to have a carry.
Yeah.
Besides Bard, I think it was okay for us to let him play Bard.
Okay. So did you
Uh,
guys expect him to play Poppy?
I didn't think
Or
so.
I meant Super Frank.
For Poppy Super Frank?
Yeah, did you think he was
I
gonna?
didn't think they were gonna play Poppy until they banned Rammus,
Okay.
and then I was okay with it because I actually like, despite Gnar not doing any damage, and looking back at the games, I probably should have built Black Cleaver earlier or instead of Frozen Mallet. But the Gnar Poppy matchup is like pretty good, and I'll take any Gnar matchup if I can take it because that's like my favorite champion, and I feel like no matter the meta, he's one of those champions, kind of like Orianna. He has the ability to turn any fight. So yeah, I really like Gnar into Poppy especially.
Okay. That's
Oh,
what I was
yeah.
wondering is if you knew like based off the pick bans because that says a lot
Yeah.
about someone because when I always did pick ban I kind of had an idea what people were gonna pick beforehand. I think
definitely.
that's good pick ban, right? Because you should know what they're gonna play so that way you can get the most optimal matchups. You
Yeah.
should mitigate lanes and then get ahead in one or two lanes if you can.
Yep.
So
Even though, yeah,
ideally, if
Yeah.
you do pick ban phase, that's what it should be. You should not have losing lanes because you should know what they're gonna play. So that's why I was asking how much you knew about what they were gonna pick, what they were playing.
Oh.
Have you scrim saw before?
Nope.
Okay.
every
So-
rookie doesn't script.
Yeah, we don't actually scrim. Like, we haven't scrimmed any team.
you know,
Somehow,
yeah.
somehow there was a reputation at the beginning of the season. We are this like scrim gods, or we destroy everybody in scrims. We played one scrim against TDRK, and then we like 2-0'd them pretty handily. But that was actually the only formal scrim we've ever had.
Yeah, it's actually funny because did you guys like never practice the whole season until playoffs?
No.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, like, we wanted to scrim, and we tried to organize as much as we could, but it came down to like us practicing maybe Thursday night, Friday night, or Saturday, like the morning of or the afternoon before.
Yep.
Just to like get synergy down and stuff. But no, in terms of scrims, we never played any scrims.
Okay. So Artha, what do you think about the bans?
The bands, well, obviously they should have just kept going on Azier. And I'm honestly surprised that in picks that you even picked Gnar. Like, I didn't actually never expected it, even though it's your signature champion. Because it's not really meta, and I haven't seen you, like, you play it actually recently. I don't think you have.
Oh,
Like-
you know what I was actually surprised at? They didn't take Azir first
I was-
phase.
that's
thought
what
they
I
were gonna
was-
take
Yeah.
Azir.
I was surprised that they because I know that Rolara does a lot of scouting, so I wasn't sure if like they knew whether or not Izumi played Azir or not, but like I feel like Azir is actually not that bad during this meta right now, and he's actually
Nope.
coming
Yeah, he's
back
good.
into favor,
Yeah,
which
he's
is-
really good, I think.
kind of nice, but also awful because that champion.
Yeah.
But I was really surprised because I feel like it'd be pretty obvious whether Izumi was like very very good or Azir or not. I bet you if I were to OPGG him, I could probably find that out.
Yeah, most
So
played.
like I was really surprised that they banned the Callista over the Azir with the changes.
Well, see, the thing is, what Azir just got buffed that week, and I'm looking through Uzumi's match history, and he has a normal game and one ranked game. So in like with the new like in his match history of that like week, and everything else is like playing junglers. So I don't know like if it was worth. I mean, obviously you can't tell from scrims, but if they don't finish the
They
games,
changed
but
Azir. What did they change about him?
they just buffed him. I thought they like
Yeah, they did
changed the
like a patch
like,
or two.
server, and
I
they
thought it was a
changed.
patch or two ago.
I don't know. Yeah, I know they did it recently.
Fixed his
I
bugs.
probably wasn't in the
Yeah,
middle
they
of
Oh,
fixed
okay.
like I
a fix.
yeah.
But yeah, there's not much to scout there, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just that.
Like, I know
unfortunate
that,
they came right back in time for him to do good.
Yeah.
On.
I know that Talisman is definitely a Callista player, so they knew that. Like that's something we've talked about before she was hit. So
Supposed to banned all 5 games.
she was banned first game, she was
Yeah, it's every game.
banned second game, third game,
Jeez.
fourth
Hmm.
game, and fifth game. Yeah, that's what didn't make sense. Is like after the first game with Azir, like that would have been a perma ban. Like I would have replaced Callista with that and been like, you know what, gonna see what he can do on the new Callista.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
But-
plus his nerfs too. So yeah.
yeah, and like it was 4 days that he would have had to learn that champion. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Um, so I thought the pick ban was just very interesting. You guys obviously had a comp that if it scaled and the game went late, they were pretty much fucked, which is kind of what happened.
So throw
So
Baron.
yeah, that throw at Baron was not fun. But I mean, at 41 minutes when Azir has 4 items, like.
Yeah.
And then they were team fighting. They were always grouping and team fighting, but they didn't really get picks
I
off
think
of it.
Saw had really strong early game, but what like if you can't close the game with 10k golding, that's pretty bad. That's the honest. Like people are saying that they had free games and they threw, but it like not winning with that lead is just not being good. It's not that they were a good team or like throughout the whole thing they should have won.
Well,
that is like a big mistake.
That's one of the things that is I noticed that they couldn't close out like any of the games.
Yeah, I think they had a lead 4 out of the 5 games.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, it's maybe it's throwing, maybe it's not knowing how to close games, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. It's the fact that they had leads and they lost them. So, I mean, I don't know, but looking at this game, what do you think the purpose of the team comps were? Like, what were you guys thinking about the team comps? Were you thinking, hey, we just need to scale? We have some early pressure with Gragas. We have good disengage with Janna and Gragas. Let's just wait out the game, do what we can. Or
In the beginning, before we got behind, it was like Nar and Azir when we were in minor league, we used to pick all the time. We knew we know exactly how to play that comp, and then bot lane was whatever bot lane wanted to play.
Yep.
And then Gragas is just he wanted to play Gragas, and I think Gragas can do whatever. Like he fits in every comp, so it's never a bad pick.
So, what did you think the purpose of their comp was? What were you worried about when you saw their comp, or were you not worried at all?
Their comp has pick potential, and good engage, but I like as the game went on, I got less and less worried. Because they took towers like super early, and they weren't breaking our base. Like you can say you have a 4k gold lead and you don't know how to close the game out, but if you cannot break the base, and you have 4 dragons, like that's really bad.
So
and then
watch.
we knew exactly how to capitalize on it.
Okay, so Artha, I'm gonna get you in here because I don't want you to feel left out. Why do you think that Saw wasn't able to close out the games? What should they have done differently?
I'm gonna take a guess. Like if let's say they practice early game a lot. I heard that they practice lane swaps a lot, so maybe they practice in a way that they don't go to late game a lot. I think they're not familiar with playing in the late game or closing out, because I like when watching them play late game, like they didn't split their pressure correctly. They had, like when you have leads in every single lane, you can just split it up instead of just grouping 5-man. And also Neverquickly did a good job when they lost their jungle side, pretty much both sides. They never got caught out, which is something Diamond players are usually doing. So
Yep.
that's good on them. So they never got punished for lacking vision.
One of the things that I noticed is that I felt like Saw should have split more and done a lot more split pushing with wave control, and then tried to do rotations and try to get picks off of that.
Yeah.
Because I felt
Also-
like they didn't do it at all. All they did was like, hey, let's group against
Yeah.
Nazir, and then
I
it
think
was.
part of it was that they didn't just go for it, and part of it was we like pussied out and
They also-
turtled in our base. Like
Really
the-
big thing.
I
is-
said the phrase. Hold on one sec. I said the phrase like don't get caught and don't go where we don't have vision, because if you die like past 30 minutes, you will lose something on the map. And if we lost anything else on the map, we probably would have lost the game. Like looking at the match history, they had a 4,000 gold lead, which is it's fine at 34 minutes. And then they went from a 4,000 gold lead to a 10,000 gold lead in 4 minutes. And then it took them another 4 minutes to start the Baron
Mhm.
after a 4 dragon lead. Like I think you just have to bait the Baron, force the other team to like make a move.
Mhm.
Like don't slowly choke out, because Azir will just be able to destroy your
Yeah.
team. Sorry, what were you gonna say? Artha?
Also, they didn't pressure. Yeah, they didn't pressure Baron. I think. So that's also a main thing. Like they were too scared to do it apparently, because they were so in the lead that they could pressure Baron and then take off and then just engage. Pretty sure, or it's TP flank, but they didn't do any of that either. Because Baron is definitely a couple of the games they could have pressured and made some kills or plays off that.
Yeah.
It's definitely not on the map for them.
Mhm. So, I mean, obviously one of the big highlights in this game was the Bard play. So, I
Valar's good.
I take it everyone has seen
No,
the
that
Bard
was
play.
dude, that was just me being so fucking bad.
Yeah,
I watched that every
That's
single time. and I get
Two
one
hundred
kill
and
every
fifty
single
thousand
time.
views on YouTube right now. If you haven't seen it, you
Quarter
should
of a
go watch it.
million. Come on.
So, quarter of a
Nairb.
million. It's actually a good video. So,
It's not
what
good.
happened? You think it's not good, but I mean, it still happened.
In my mind, that play actually should have never happened. Like
Well,
when I'm not Bartleted, I wasn't Bartleted. I did everything like perfectly, and then he gets Gragas ulted back into the Bard ult, and then all I have to do is either jump forward or walk towards the Bard. So I either dodge the what do you call it, the Bard Q, and don't get stunned, or I can react and then like flash for him or something else. Like
mhm.
that was just so bad by me. But then he got away. So in my mind, all I said in comms was like, "It's fine, just take the flash heal. Like it's not a big deal for us because it's just one kill."
Yeah.
But it was like fucking troll as shit, dude.
So, what do you guys think that Saw's strengths are, and what do you think your guys' strengths are? Artha and Nairb.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Okay.
Dude. Shut up, say that
Alright.
shit.
So probably the early game. I think mid. I think even though people are saying that Gunshin performed bad, I think he won lane, or he at least stayed even. I actually think he won lane in CS at least. And then jungle pressure came from Never Clucky, but also bot lane. Even though say like Sivir, lane swap, whatever, they always won lane, and then I think Super Frank and Nairb just stayed even. So their strength was definitely lane swap as well. Their early game was their biggest strength. They actually out rotated Never Clucky in taking towers. They always got the outer turrets first, all three of them. After that, it's usually where teams don't know what to do, and I think that's where they struggled. You can go
No,
now.
I think that's where they struggle, and that's where we get like 5 times better, because we know how to win. We know how to get to that point where you have to win one fight, and then we get that one fight and we win that one fight, and the game's over. It's like okay, but yeah, our weaknesses is definitely 2v1 and early game like just macro stuff. We've never really had like good macro shot calling or anything. Like I've tried before, but I need to get a lot better at that if we're gonna have a shot caller like that or learn macro play. But they capitalized on it like super well throughout the series.
So, I felt like their rotations were, at least early, were actually, and their
Yeah,
wave
definitely.
management was pretty
Yeah.
good. So, okay, you guys obviously won the first game, the 50-50 throw at Baron, which it makes my head hurt a little bit because I don't know. I felt like that should have never happened. And rewatching that, I was sad.
I think they got desperate, and then yeah, they felt they were losing control of the game. They got desperate, and they're like, okay, this is it. And then we capitalized and ended the game. But after
Should've
you make a
pressured
mistake
it way
like that,
earlier.
it's over anyway. Yeah.
So, let's move on to game 2 then. So, Saw's blue side this time, and Never Clucky, you're on red. So we're going to talk about the bans first. Saw bans out Callista Azir Janna, not wanting to play against that Azir again, which I think was a very, very good ban. I think the Janna ban wasn't bad either. The Callista I don't agree with, but we've already said that. You guys banned out Trundle, Braum, and Alistar again. So, you didn't change up bans for being on red side at all. They did. So when you saw these bans come out, what were you thinking that they were gonna do?
Um, I didn't. I think that I thought they were gonna pick Rammus, which they did, but I thought we would have a lot easier of a time dealing with it. When I picked Poppy into it, like I got a 40 CS lead. When they did the lane swap and I was bot with Super Frank, I got like a 40 CS lead, but it doesn't matter because Rammus only needs 2 items: Sunfire Cape and Thornmail, and he can like take over the game. Um, yeah, I think we just didn't have an answer to Vlad or Rammus with our comp. We talked about it after the game, and I don't think Arya was the right pick either because we needed more kill pressure. Because he, like, Gunshin on Vlad can just push the wave with 1 or 2 Tides of Blood to E,
Yep.
and then
I
roam.
think
And
they
Arya has to
picked
like deal
Vlad.
with the wave.
They picked Vlad because they beat you with it last time. I think they
Yeah,
stopped
yeah,
you
yeah,
with
they
it.
beat you
Yeah,
with
he
it,
took
yeah.
control. I think that's the only reason they picked Vlad. In the previous game, they just beat Everclucky with Vladimir, and they just stomped them. So I
But
think
Vlad,
they tried
like
to go
Vlad
for that.
does what like Victor and wave clear mids do really well. And then if the team is really bad about pressuring the Vlad to get off their ass, then he just hits R on everybody, and then the
Yep.
team fight's over.
So what do you guys
Which we
think
did.
about the barrier pickup? Because I actually thought that was not that bad. So I
The
thought
barrier
it had.
on Vlad. I think
Yeah.
on
Teleport
Vlad
would
it's
be
either
better.
barrier or ghost, right?
Or Ghost.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
it's like Ghost or TP.
I've seen Ghost
like
or TP,
Oh
but
really?
yeah, never mind.
anything.
But I
I've
actually
like-
think barriers are really a pretty good
It's
pickup.
probably just to stop the burst, right?
Yeah.
So.
And then you
yeah.
can heal up because
Okay.
you can pool. So
Oh,
And in that
okay.
game,
That's good.
how relevant was it? They won with it
Barrier?
actually. So I don't know. TP might have been better.
yeah, I think
For
probably,
lane,
but
definitely.
so like in lane, like the barrier didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So, but in theory, it sounds nice. So they first picked Rammus, right? You saw that they first picked Rammus. What were you thinking about your pick phase then? Because you saw them first pick Rammus. I was surprised you guys didn't actually go more like AP heavy,
Yeah.
or go. I would like
Uh,
something like maybe like I understand the disengage from Nami, but I don't think Morgana would have been bad either because you could have shielded whoever Rammus
I think
hit.
that pick ban was just like really bad because we didn't account for Morgana, I guess. Because like they picked Rammus and then we picked Poppy and Elise, right? And then they can just pick Sivir Morgana, and it's like how will we ever catch anybody out with 2 spell shields? Like how can you deal with Rammus with the black shield?
Yep.
I can't ult him away, which was what I was gonna try to do with
Yeah.
Poppy. Was like use my ulti to get him away or the front line, but that never got to happen.
Do you guys not play Sivir?
We just didn't want to pick AD first, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. I usually our team doesn't say our team like prioritizes pretty much every lane except AD for the first like 3 rotations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I
That's-
think it's good because unless you're picking away an AD, like when we go and scout the other team and see this guy has 150 mastery points on Lucian and 10k on every other AD carry,
Yeah.
you'll probably either want to ban that or pick it away pretty early. But if he plays all like it's really important for an AD carry to play like all pretty much most AD carries. So they can't do that. But then the other champions just have a much better impact on the game. Like first picking a Poppy or Nautilus or Elise or Braum is just way more effective than getting a Ezreal or a Lucian early. So, or a Sivir in this case, what you were saying.
Yeah.
So I was just wondering because I felt like if you guys would have had Morgana instead of Nami.
Yeah.
So did you not really know what they were gonna pick for this one? Because it seems like this one was like this pick ban wasn't as good. I kind of want to know your take on it. And Artha, what did you think about the pick ban?
Well, considering how it went into the game, I don't think the Nami did bad. Actually, she did solid, right? I think Essential played decent.
It wasn't bad. It was just
I think
like
she played actually well.
our first phase was just stupid, I think, because we didn't need to pick Poppy, and we didn't need to pick Elise either. Like Elise gets hard countered too easily by Sivir Morgana. I think beforehand we were just talking that we wanted to play something like Poppy Elise, but after you see that Rammus, I think taking 2 other power picks is better than just not.
Rammus is just
which one to
so
play.
annoying to any comp. Yeah, actually Morgana been really good against Rammus, so yeah, that would have been a good pick. But I haven't seen Essential play it, so
Okay. That's what I was wondering is what is part of this a limitation by your champ pools? Because I know you said you do pick ban. Is this like a pick ban? Like okay, you guys are gonna
It
play
wasn't a
this what I
champ pool
pick?
thing. It was just like we had this. We wanted to play Poppy Elise, but we didn't think of what they could do to counter it. And I guess we like tunneled on that kind of comp
Okay.
too easily,
Okay.
and then
So
they just
when you
like.
do pick ban phase, do your players have like input and you get the final decision, or is it their final decision?
Um, we do it together, so it's like everybody's. It's like, what do you think is good here? What can they use to counter it? And then we just keep
Okay.
feeding
So
information to each other
so
and
you said you
decide.
do pick ban phase beforehand. Do they also do the pick ban with you? So that way they do the scouting and stuff, so they know what other people are playing, or is that primarily still just
No,
you?
I do all the scouting and that stuff, and then I tell them, and then they make decisions based off that information.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Okay.
Is
So
Let My Subco comfortable on Elise?
No, probably not. I don't think he's played
Okay.
it. He plays like Gragas and Mastery.
Yeah.
Pantheon.
Yeah, it's
That
weird
probably was the
champion
second
pool.
time playing Elise.
Master E.
That
Okay.
shit's
He
good,
played
dude.
it. Played it. He won.
one of the things I forgot to mention about the first game is that it didn't. I don't think either team actually did a 5 point start. Uh, for anyone who doesn't know, that's where they just line up on the middle of the map to avoid invades, which was really interesting because they left really openings. Were you watching other VODs where they didn't do this, or was this normally do you both do 5 point starts, or
Uh,
because I was really surprised because I felt like something. It was just really weird, and I was like,
I
well,
think
if you watch
we.
this, you can invade.
Oh, I actually know. We anticipated lane swap, so we had one person go ward our bot side
Yep.
and then directly stack. So if they try to get lane swap wards, we can just kill them.
Okay.
And then yeah, so we didn't really fan out or anything.
Okay. Cool. So that's what I was,
Usually we do though. Usually we fan out like that.
okay. So, because I know that most teams like do 5 point just because it's if you don't do 5 point and people see that and
My
they
point is like line of scrimmage, right?
yeah
That's what.
yeah
Oh, okay.
yeah I always just call it 5 points. So
Yeah.
because it everyone separates and stuff. Um so line of scrimmage 5 point whatever you want to call it. But if you don't do that, then you can get severely put
Yeah.
behind early. So, but I noticed that you guys had stacked and the previous game no one actually did a line of scrimmage. Um, so which was just really weird. So, so did you? This was the game that you guys expected the lane swap, right?
Yeah. I think we
Oh, I can go
anticipated
through
it.
picks real fast. I probably should have done that.
Oh,
So,
okay.
first rotation, Saw picks
didn't-
Rammus. First rotation for Neverclucky is the Nami Lucian. The second rotation for Saw is Sivir Morgana. The second rotation for Neverclucky is Poppy Elise. And the third rotation for Saw is Rek'Sai Vlad. And the third rotation from you guys is Ari. I thought the Ari was weird too, but you already talked about that a little bit. So,
Wait, so we picked Elise
yeah.
and Morgana into Sivir or into Morgana,
Yeah, you picked
or
it.
Elise and Ari into Morgana.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we deserve to lose that game then. I don't know. It's like way too hard to win unless you're a god at. You have to be a god at hitting skill shots, and you have to hope they don't black shield or use a spell shield.
So,
That game went to 40 minutes, so it's
it
pretty.
did. And you
I think
guys
every
actually
game
you,
with the
you
four
guys
picks,
had
yeah.
an early lead. So, like you guys were up
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
4-0 or some shit like that. Like at the start of the game. So,
I don't know, man. Every game was so weird. Like it was just low kills and
Yeah,
really
looking
long
at the
games.
early
'Cause
game.
I think either team didn't want to lose.
so yeah, I mean I imagine that's part of it, the pressure from finals and all that. So, but that's what I was wondering about. So did you guys expect a lane swap then for this game? Because you guys both started topside for this game.
Yeah, we wanted. That's why we stacked. We
Yep.
wanted to either counter the invade for a lane swap, and then get the 2v2 matchup.
Mhm.
Because I like the Poppy Rammus. I think it's fine.
Mhm. So, and like I said, you guys were ahead, and it just felt like at one point the scaling for Saw was just to the point where they just killed you guys, and their
Yeah.
comp had the perfect things to avoid what it felt like your
Especially-
comp was trying to do.
Ari, Elise versus Sivir and Morg. Not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
not good.
but again, the game went to 40 minutes or 45 minutes. The closing out of games, so which is surprising because I've seen Saw do. I don't know. Like it just felt really different from what I've seen Saw play in the past. So maybe it was the team they were up against. Maybe you guys are just that much better.
I
But
don't know. Like I said, I just didn't think. I don't think either team wanted to make a mistake.
yeah,
Like if you got a lead, you had that lead until they threw or until you won the game.
yep. So, um, so after did you guys realize that your pick ban wasn't as good when you did it?
Yeah, well, we knew it was gonna be really tough if they played it right,
Okay.
but I think you can win. You just have to get an early lead and then play that really well. If you let Rammus get up to Sunfire, Thornmail, Portal, and then Vlad is like a monster and Sivir has 500 CS,
Yeah.
it's like really hard to deal with.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely not in your favor. So, and I mean, any game can be won, right? That's someone throws that Baron, then that game's over.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but yeah. So that's what I was wondering. That's pretty much all I had for the second game. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about this game? I feel like this game was pretty much over in pick ban phase. Like, other than the fact that Saw had a really hard time closing out games. So, nothing? Okay.
I got nothing.
So,
we just lost that.
GG. So, game 3. You guys are back on blue side. Your bans are Trundle, Alistar, Rammus. You actually changed up your bans. You decided to let Braum through in order to ban the Rammus. Because you were like, fuck this shit. Saw banned Callista again, John on Gragas, so they left up Azir, which I don't agree with, but hey. So, looking at bans. Artha, what do you think? Why'd they do it?
Let's see. What with bans?
Bans for Neverclucky were Trundle, Alistar, Rammus. Bans for Saw were Callista, John, and Gragas.
Okay, well, the Calista ban again. And then Gragas ban? Not sure about that one. Did you guys didn't play Gragas in game 1, did you?
We played Greg's game 1.
Yeah, game 1.
Yeah, but I don't know why they would ban it though. I mean,
Janna's
also,
actually the only good ban there. Janna and then.
I don't know if DMX can play. Yeah, Janna was banned every single game and Calista, I think. So they're banning both the main champs from Neverclucky continuously. I don't know why they would ban. I don't know if DMX can play Gragas, because if he can, then this is just taken away from a really good pick for them. Then why'd you guys ban Trundle? Not sure about that one.
Dude.
Oh, actually, you don't like
Trundle's
playing
good.
against Trundle. I don't think so.
I hate
I don't think you like playing against Trundle. Yeah.
Nair's like, okay, guys, I do pick ban face. I'm not
Never
playing
seen
against Trundle.
Well, I would not blame him. Chicken's real annoying.
Okay, so then you ban the Alistar and Rammus. So, you decided to leave Braum up. Did you think Rammus was significantly worse than Braum?
Sorry, can you say that again? I was in the middle of something.
You guys banned Rammus instead of Braum.
Oh yeah, for this ban we should have banned Braum instead of Alistar, which we switched up, I think. Right? Oh, we switched up at the last one. We let it happen in game 4. I don't think.
You guys
Alistar's,
also
like,
didn't get rid of Sivir either. You left Sivir up again.
Well, it was okay if they play Sivir, because then we know they're gonna play Sivir. We play Vayne into it. Vayne versus Sivir is super good for Vayne, because she can just 1v1. They picked Maokai early. I'll take the Maokai Gnar because, again, Gnar is super awesome, and it's an even better matchup than Gnar or into Maokai.
The Maokai pick was really weird.
All right, I have a question. I don't play top lane,
Maokai's
but I know he got buffed. Is he Maokai good now? Because I know that champion's
He
kind of
does.
annoying when he's strong.
He does some stuff pretty well. Like he fills that role okay, and you can't like he doesn't have a dash or anything, so his W is like super good.
Do you think he's a good for first rotation though?
No.
Okay.
It gets countered by way too much stuff.
So why would you go Maokai if you could go Nautilus?
That's
more damage,
yeah,
more
true.
CC. Shield is
More
pretty much.
sustain on Nautilus. If you want
Better
to
lane
lane
phase,
swap, I
too.
think Nautilus.
I think Maokai's tanky.
Maokai's better in a.
And he has.
So
better-
let me go
like, you
through the
could run
picks.
away
Let me
from
go.
it.
Let me go through the picks real fast for Twitch
Yeah.
chat, so they at least know what we're talking about if they didn't watch the game. So Neverclucky first picks Azir because it was left open. I think that was a big mistake by Saw, but because I think you guys won every single game you had Azir.
It was these two games we had as
Yeah. So and then they perma banned it the rest of the games. So first rotation for Saw is Maokai Elise. Really, really weird. Second rotation for you guys was Gnar Vayne. Second rotation for Saw is Braum Sivir. third rotation for you guys was Zach Karma, and their third rotation was Vel'Koz.
Yeah, I don't know about Volcast, dude. I think he just
Yeah,
didn't know. Maybe.
that was
I
interesting.
think Karma's super good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Dude,
Man,
Alex and Theo
fuck.
is
I'm
like
honestly surprised it isn't picked every
20
single game.
and 2 with it in ranked. Got him up to
Yeah.
challenger.
So
It's Janna with mobility.
But yeah,
That's what I
again,
think.
we picked stuff that we know how to play and what's good. Like Azir's open, we take it. Maokai's up, we pick Gnar into it. We want Engage and Gragas is banned, we take Zac. We force them to fight. And Vayne is good into Sivir, so we just take that.
yeah. So and looking at this pick ban phase, Artha, who do you think won? Like just looking at the pick, or do you think Saw screwed up, or do you think they should have changed things? So 3 questions.
Game 3.
Yep, game 3. Do you want me to link it? Do you want me to
I think
copy
no, I
paste
got
it?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. I like the Zac pick here, honestly, especially against the Gunston's Vel'Koz. The Vayne pick, the only one that can get onto Vayne is Maokai, and then the mobility from Karma really helps them go into fights and out of fights as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Nairb pick helps mobile combo as well. They all have follow up for the Zac. Zac goes in, the Gnar, then the
Dude.
Azir. Like that's it
Yeah.
basically played out in
And
fights.
Karma is really good against Sivir because you have a huge AoE slow that is
Yeah.
up every like 2.5 seconds with 40 CDR or something like that. It's pretty freaking low and
The only
supports.
thing that would change is probably Vayne into Sivir, but they picked Sivir obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like Vayne isn't the best pick there. I'm not sure what other.
I was
teams
really-
I think it's okay.
I was really surprised they picked Sivir. I mean, I guess they lane swapped right this game. I remember right.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 levels behind and like 20 CS down.
So
That was a really weird game because I went to lane, I was level 3, and Super Frank was level 5, and then he came out of that lane phase like 0 and 4. I was like, what happened, man? It was really weird.
yeah. So, but that pick ban, I don't know. I just felt like the Maokai was weird. The Elise, like, I wish they wouldn't have banned Gragas. Would have picked Gragas instead of Elise, and not picked Maokai. I don't know. That's
At least for Zac.
I don't know. Maybe if you switch out Vel'Koz for Orianna or Lux, so you can instantly kill target
Yeah.
instead of like slowly kill them to death with Vel'Koz. And then Sivir Braum is fine. I think it works into anything. And then yeah, Elise instead of Elise, you do Gragas.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was just
Yeah.
because I feel like especially when they first picked the Maokai, they were like, "Hey, listen, we want your second rotation to counter our pick, please." So I don't know. It was really weird. So, did you see the Maokai coming?
I thought it was gonna be Poppy again. I think Maokai was.
Or the Vel'Koz
possible.
for that matter?
Oh, not the Vel'Koz.
Hmm.
That was just weird.
Okay.
Like, is Victor bad into Azir? Does anybody know?
Oh,
It used
I
to be
feel like
even
Victor's
matchup, but
okay.
after the nerfs, I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably.
Used to be a skill matchup.
yeah, I don't know right now. So since
I
the
think
nerfs-
actually Vel'Koz can be good, but instead of
I think
Elise, maybe
I think
pick
he does
Rek'Sai.
well into Azir. Like as far as the lane is concerned, the problem is his
Yeah.
immobility, which is what showed because he actually
Yeah.
was up during laning phase. It's as soon as it got out of laning phase, whenever he would ult, he would just get killed. So because he couldn't move. So I think that was probably the biggest problem. But during laning phase, I think that he did very very well. So
Yeah, overall, it was just us picking stuff that we're good at again.
so
Yep.
Azir has a slight statistically Azir has a slight advantage over Victor,
Oh, okay.
but not much. So
I think Azir's skill cap's higher, so
I agree, significantly
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
higher. So if you have someone who can play Azir well, then I don't think it's. I would put it like especially like I feel like Azumi's Azir can probably play into a Victor no problem. So, but so.
I think that's it for game 3 though. That was like a pretty
Pretty much. I mean,
clean
like
game.
you guys got to scale again, and as soon as you guys started scaling, it was just pretty much over.
Yeah.
So Saw managed to do some really good rotations and catch some objectives, but at that point, Azir was just hitting too hard.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it actually mattered. So, okay, going into game 4, Saw's on blue side. I was really happy that this went to a 5-game series. I was actually really, compared to last finals, like, everyone says that TDRK took second, but I'm sorry, I don't know how much I really believe that. So, because they got
Yeah.
second through a DQ. So,
Oh jeez.
um, but hey, whatever. And the finals were boring. They were not that fun.
Dude,
So,
these finals were not boring. I'll tell
no,
you
these
that.
finals were great. I was
Yeah.
so happy.
These finals were
They weren't.
intense.
What was it? I think the finals last semester were 3-1, maybe 3-0. It was something like that. It was bad. This was good. I was really really happy that um this happened. So,
Yeah.
but so I thought it was really good. So moving on to game 4, um, Saw versus Never Clucky. Saw's on blue side. The bans for Saw are Callista, Janna, Azir. At this point, they permaban the Azir out. Um, they're not gonna let you have that anymore, which is probably smart. I still don't understand the Callista ban, um, but whatever. Your guys' bans are Trundle, Alice, or Trundle, Rammus, Alistar. So, and your red side.
Yeah.
I think you guys lose every red side game.
Blue side wins every
Yeah,
game.
blue side wins every single game.
It's really
Um,
weird. I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, so this game, Saw first picks Rek'Sai. You guys first rotation Karma Poppy. They second rotation Sivir Braum. You guys second rotation Amumu and Vayne. And their third rotation is Echo Victor, and your last rotation is Oriana. So, there is a lot of things to talk about this pick ban phase. Um, so, after the bans, what were you thinking going into this?
We won with hard engage with like Zach, so we thought that playing with Wamo combo could beat any comp, and it didn't. It turns out Amumu is like pretty
Fucking bad.
clunky. Yeah, I guess it's pretty fucking bad. It's like one way to say it.
Why not?
I
Why
mean,
not pick Zach?
there's a timeline where we win that, but we can't die as much as we did early. Like we
Why'd
just
you
have
go?
to wait
Why'd
for
you?
Wombo.
Why'd you go Mummy instead of like Zach?
I don't know. I think
Honestly,
Lemessip
Zach would have been
play it.
good pick.
I think Zach would have been fine, but you just want to play it for the memes, I guess.
The
And,
meme.
I mean,
Just
it
you,
looked
you
good.
wanted game 5.
I did not want Game 5 specifically, but I think if we won with a Momo, it would have been really cool. So. But that
Yeah,
didn't
it would,
happen.
but you guys didn't.
Yeah.
First year NA jungler.
I don't know. I think it was an okay comp into that team. Like all you have to do is hit R on Victor, and I think you win because everybody else can walk up, and Oriana can ulti whoever's close, and Poppy can come like either from the side or ult their front line away, like Echo, or Rek'Sai. We just didn't wait for Wombo combo, and we got really behind. So
Yeah.
they played really well against that.
So did Let My Sup Go be like, hey, listen, I want to play Mummy this game?
Yeah, he was like, let's play a Mumu. I was like, okay, let's play a Mumu. Why not?
Hey, didn't you play Master Yi though, like earlier? Not in the finals. So
Yeah, we played Master
Or
Yi.
was-
That's
so,
actually a good
yeah,
champion though.
It's a
Like,
trope
worked.
pick, dude.
super awesome.
Nice try.
That champion's
we
a
just
lot better
wanted
than.
to-
Well, I mean, he was. Did they fix the Alpha Strike bug?
I didn't know.
Are we
it
in
was on.
alpha?
Yeah, the Alpha. No, like the bug where when he was in Alpha Strike, he could be CC'd.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you guys didn't know about that?
I assume he did his.
They
fix.
must have. I
It
don't
was
know.
a good
Those
pick when you guys picked it.
that game was so one-sided that you guys.
Yeah, we literally just wanted to play Wombo combo and see if it would work.
Yeah.
And then...
So I feel like I feel like Zach would have been significantly better. Or
I was actually waiting for this tank echo pick to happen, and I wanted to play Graves into it, but I should have. Because Graves is like super good into echo, and then echo is good into everything.
yeah. So why not pick your mid laner and last pick? Top lane.
I think it was probably because we just wanted to hide as much as we could, and then be like, "Whoa, look at this! You have to deal with this, and you don't have any of the tools to deal with it because they already took what they took."
Yeah, interesting. What do you think about the Echo pick? Because that Echo went ham on your ass.
I was surprised it didn't like come out earlier because it's just really fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like high CC, a bunch of slows and like lockdown, and you can't kill him, and it's magic damage, so you you can't go like Sunfire first. You have to go like Bombies and then Spectres and then
Wait. Do you play Echo?
Lich. Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't you play it the game where they first picked Rammus?
I don't know about Rammus, dude, because you can't ulti while you're taunted, and it's like a 1.5-second taunt,
Yeah.
and then it like forces you to buy mercs or something. I think I don't think I practice it as much. I probably practiced Karma top more
Okay.
with like Rod and then Abyssal or Rod into Morelos,
Okay.
which is I think good into Echo as well.
Mhm.
Hindsight, I probably should have played Echo, but I didn't. I played Poppy.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, the Echo did bad early. Just
Yeah, he doesn't.
once you got his items, 3 items, then he was unkillable. But yeah, early game he was pretty useless.
Yeah.
I mean, he got kills on you early game though.
That's just because it's broken, man.
I'm just saying.
Like that passive does so much. The 3 hits.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
I think I maybe built wrong. I think I did Bombi Cinder.
So, do you
Full
think
combo.
that the problem was pick ban phase for this game?
Yeah, it was like a fucking Amumu Oriana, man.
Okay, I
Like,
just I want to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you
yeah.
admit that the fucking pick ban phase is
It was bad.
okay. Okay.
Straight up just bad.
Artha, what do you
Could've
think?
worked, but it bad.
What do you think when you saw this? Were you like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
All right, to game 4, I was watching. I face palmed actually. I like Mumu. I honestly, I'm just perplexed at why you didn't pick Zach. Zach would have been honestly
That's-
a good pick because it worked before, and then I think it'll work again. Mumu's too risky.
Yeah.
Even when Zach's behind you, it's such long engage that like you can catch
Well,
out any
Amumu has
team.
long engage too, and like Zach, if
Zach's
you get knocked
really-
up, you can like instantly flash away. If you get bandage, you're fucking dead, dude. Unless you're like cleanse.
I picked Dress Cleanse.
They had Silver.
No, it's still bad.
The Silver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Silver.
Try.
Okay.
So just
And
saying.
Echo can ult out of it, but
I don't like the Poppy pick though.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
dude, it stops the dashes, and it stops Braum, and it stops Rek'Sai.
Especially into the Echo matchup because you can't really run away. He
No,
can
you
just
can't
keep
do shit
chasing
there.
you with his E.
Yeah. Hey,
As soon as the W is
you knew
down,
that
like-
Super Frank played Echo, right? Or no?
I think he did, and I knew. I just didn't think so. Like after the first 3 games, like playing Poppy, Rammus, Maokai, and then I was playing Gnar and Poppy, I thought it was just gonna be tank tops the entire time.
Mhm.
I mean, that was a super good pick,
Okay.
Echo top, which we'll be seeing a lot of now. It should be Graves should be permabanned, Echo should be banned a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
good-
no
that's good.
Graves came out in any of these games, did he?
No.
I don't think he
He
did.
wasn't banned and he was picked.
He wasn't. Yeah, I was. That was another thing. I was like Graves has been
think-
pretty popular top lane for a while now. It's not
If you
something that's
screw
like.
up 2v1 as Graves, you just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like you lifesteal a little bit with Death Stance, but you don't do any damage.
Yeah.
But if you get ahead, it's fucking insane, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like, that was another one that I was like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
no one's gonna play this. We're gonna keep doing Poppy. So, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. Bad pick man phase.
I think
GG.
just the way the teams were structured throughout the set, like it was only tank tops.
Yeah.
I don't think either
Yeah.
team wanted carry from top.
Okay.
I mean, Nar is like half a carry, so it's okay.
Yeah. And then the Victor did really well this game for Saw. Like, it's the game that I was most
he- I
impressed with
think
Gutchin.
No, he didn't fully stack Magites. I think he had like 20 or 15 stacks though. That shit hurt, dude.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I think that the pick ban was probably the biggest problem. So, you want to beat Neverclucky, have them on red side and do a better pick ban. That's
So
your
Yeah.
option.
better pick ban.
Yeah, that's it. You either win a pick ban or you throw it Baron. So, okay, moving on to game 5. You have Neverclucky versus Saw. You guys are on blue
Wait,
side.
Those teams are in the finals.
Haha. It's just for consistency. Neverclucky's on blue side. Saw's on red side. The bans for Neverclucky are Braum, Rammus, Trundle. The bans for Saw were Callista, Azir, Janna. You guys first picked Sivir. They first
Took us 4
rotation.
games to first pick Sivir, dude.
Yep.
I'm all in.
Is that the only one? Yeah, that's the only first pick Sivir.
Yeah.
They first rotation Alistar Rek'Sai. You guys' second rotation was Bard Pantheon. Their second rotation was Nautilus Caitlyn, and your third rotation was Shen Lux, and then their last pick was Victor again.
Dude, I just have to say that Game 5 team comp from you guys was so just fun to watch. Like the I mean, it would be really annoying to play against with Shen
Dude,
and
Bard ulti
Pantheon.
into
But
Bard ulti into Pantheon ulti is so sick.
it was so good. Like everyone was like Pantheon Pog champ, and then he just like went off. And then no one's really played the Shen either. And then
Yep.
Azumi was just going off with her lasers too. It was just
Yeah.
really
I
well
think
played.
Zumi hit
I don't.
all of his binding.
Yeah. I don't know if that like just my thing is like the Victor last pick when you see that they have
Yeah.
like Pantheon, Shen, and Bard, like you're gonna get completely shit
just need
on
to
if
run
you
away, man.
are just
They're like
one place out
Ari
of position.
maybe?
Yeah, pick RA. Dash away.
I already
Even
wouldn't
though
have picked that.
Ari against Pantheon still.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
hate that.
Anyone against Pantheon. Pantheon is so counter mage, like it's hard
Yeah,
to
I
do
mean,
anything
he got
against that
snowballing,
guy.
so he went Sightstone Pantheon. Actually, you know what?
There's-
Your
oh.
jungler's builds actually tilted me,
Oh
dude.
my god, yes, I forgot about that. Like he would have Sightstone and then the
Okay,
ward
let's.
upgrade
We're
too.
jumping ahead of the gun, guys. Let's talk about pick ban
Alright.
phase, and we'll jump into the game. So, Artha, what do you think about this pick ban phase?
I don't think Saw expected it. Basically the Pantheon. Matt expected the Lux. I didn't think anyone expected the Shen either. Saw just went for the same thing as last time. Pretty much. I'm not sure about the Caitlyn. I might be good against Sivir and lane, but honestly, once you get behind his Caitlyn, you're honestly useless. Victor's just wave clear for them at that point, and I mean, Saw's comp isn't even that bad if you look at it. They got the hard engage. They have peel. I mean, not peel. Yeah, they have hard engage. They have peel, and then they have wave clear. It's pretty much what they need. But Neverclucky just played around the map really well with their globals, especially like global comps playing around them. If you're not used to it, you don't punish them because they just like roamed the map and went mid, gangbang Gunshin, and then they got a free turrets. Basically, what Saw was doing to them, they got all the out of turrets, and easily snowball game. That was the cleanest game for Neverclucky, I think.
Yep, I agree.
This was the most fun game for me because one, I was 0-0-0 on Shen until 34 minutes into the game. I didn't have any kill participation or deaths until 30 minutes into the game. It was like really weird, but I think this game was like again the cleanest, and it was the most I don't know how to say it, like I guess cleanest again by us. Like we knew exactly what we
Methodical.
were doing, and as soon as these comps were locked in, I knew we were gonna win because Alistar can only do one of two things. He sits by their carries and waits for Pantheon to combo him, or he tries to combo one of us. So if he combos our back line, then Pantheon goes in, and if he waits for Pantheon to go into combo, then we just wait for Lux to hit binds, and Azumi is apparently really good at hitting binds, so he can insta kill somebody. As far as the Shen pick goes, I think the Shen into Nautilus is really good for Shen. If you don't do anything, like if both laners just farm for 30 minutes, like what happened in that game, Shen just goes to town. Like he will outsplit Nautilus really hard, and he can stop a lot of Nautilus stuff. The Pantheon was just let my sub go wanting to have fun game 5 again. Like he just wanted to play shit. I think he's the only jungler in Premier League that could probably play Pantheon and get away with it. They banned Azir, and then we were like, oh, Lux is still up, right? Oh, Azumi is really good at Lux, right? Okay, let's take it. And then we first picked Sivir, so Muse can't play Sivir. And then I think Angel's Barb was like super good that game too. Really calculated with binds and ultis to let Pantheon go in.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was by far your most methodical and cleanest game, I think.
I think this is like Neverclucky what we want 2.0. Like 1.0 is Nara, Azir, Zac, and then whatever bot lane, and then 2.0 is like globals kill you in the face. Like how are you gonna deal with Pantheon, Sterax, Gage, Maul, Malmortis, and Shenalty? You can just walk forward.
Yeah.
It's like super fun to play. And yeah, it was just really fun and good for us.
So, why did you guys pick Pantheon? Were you guys like, hey, guess what? We're pulling out the secret Pantheon shit? Or was your jungler like, guess what? I'm playing
Yeah, he just
Pantheon?
wanted to have fun, wanted to play it.
Oh.
He gets away with it because his mechanics are really good. And he actually played, when he was subbing for mid, he played Pantheon mid against
Cool.
IG or something like that, and he got away with it as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Super annoying to deal with. But
Wait,
it's
Okay.
So very good series. Congratulations. Artha, did you have anything else to say about this game?
No, I was just gonna say it was that one game where you played Pantheon, but it didn't work, right? And you were memeing.
We won the game, but it was like he was 100
Oh, it was
CS
so
down.
bad. Yeah. It's like never pick Pantheon again. And you guys,
Yeah,
and I
we
was
still
like,
won though.
I was like, Nairb, do you want to lose? And you guys won the game, anyways.
Oh boy. Well, good win for Never Cookie. I
Thanks.
feel
man.
like they deserved it, and I feel like a lot of people underrated them. Like I was looking through the power rankings everyone was posting at the beginning of last season, and I mean I think I had them third or second, but everyone else had them middle of the pack, like right
Well, before
and stuff like
the season
that.
started, it was like top one, top two, undisputable. This team will destroy everybody. We lose 2 games. It's like, whoa, this team is 6th place.
They're
Whoa, these guys
fucking
are terrible.
garbage.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. We'll just play our
Yeah.
game. And then if you look at like in best in role, I don't think Talisman didn't get considered until he started like shitting on everybody with Calista. And it's like, whoa, this guy's nuts.
Well, yeah,
Zumi
one thing.
took Lux, and then
Yeah.
me is because literally I was the only one. It's like me and Super Frank because every other good top laner dropped out. Like Nieto stopped playing, Deadbeat, but he dropped out as well. Endstep is like, Alcantos
Contos
like,
is good.
I think he's okay. I didn't have a problem with it in like any game. Noided, Dubs S. I think he was like
Dub
okay.
is
And
S.
then everybody else is like I didn't play against yet. But yeah.
But yeah, what I was gonna say was when I'm doing the Premier League stats, and I don't know when they're gonna be done because I'm lazy. But there I was looking through, and one stat I'm doing is like percentage damage dealt like on your team, and obviously it's super skewed since I'm only doing it for the playoffs because I can't go through and get everyone next season. Don't worry, I have something else planned, but I'm only doing it for this season's playoffs. And when you look through, I think Talisman, I'm pulling up right now. Talisman has the highest kill damage participation of any. It might change because I haven't changed it from the some of the game. I've only done the first 2 games from the uh, finals. I don't know why I can't think of that word. Yeah, but he so far has the highest damage percentage of anyone. He's sitting at like an average of 39 or 40%, which is like really good for an AD carry. Like that's what you want to be hitting, especially because like you're not like Nairb and Izumi aren't known for like sitting back and playing Lulu and Maokai just to carry for him. So he's getting it out there and doing what needs to be done as an AD carry. So I'd say he's definitely performed the best of any AD carry in the playoffs, just simply off that stat alone, and obviously since you guys won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought you guys did really well, and like I said, congrats to you guys. So I thought it was probably the best series that I've got to see for House Party so far, especially for a finals. So wait, where did Artha go?
His
Rip
camera like
in
fell
peace.
and then he got donezoed. So I'm not sure.
I didn't
But,
screw up my overlay. Artha, you still there?
Rip in
He's still
peace.
deafened in Discord, so he might just be actually done.
Oh, there he is. There we are.
we
There's
go.
Artha.
He's
He's
back.
back.
My cam just fell.
Problem.
Lamau.
Yeah, but what were you saying
Yeah, I
about
think it's
Talisman?
okay.
I think he was like super good. He played really well this season. I hope we can get a jungler that shot calls and can play Elise a lot, and then we'll be super good for next season. I'm actually really excited for next season, man.
Me too.
Oh, you getting DMX or something?
So let's actually talk about next season a little bit. So we obviously have 2 teams coming into Premier League. Purple Pirates and Syndicate are both coming in, which we'll talk about their games a little bit later. Artha's like moving his camera. Do you guys need a break, by the way? Any breaks? Water, anything like that?
No, I'm okay, dude.
Okay, good. So just wanted to check. So we have Syndicate coming into Premier League. We also have Purple Pirates coming into Premier League. We have TQR roster changes. Obviously, they have like a whole new roster with White Lightning's old bot lane. Rumor has it there's some junglers trying out. No idea which ones, but I don't know. Artha,
I mean, I
You can
have.
say it. No,
I-
I'll say it. Like, there's no shame. Like, I'm trying out for TQR, IG, Never Clucky, and Saw.
oh snap! So Artha will probably be on one of those 4 teams. Arthur, do you have any idea which ones you like the best so far? Which ones the team environment? Let's talk about that. Have you tried out for all of them?
No, I've not. Never Clucky, I've played with a lot. I played with some of the Saw players, Dynamic Cube. I probably played Dynamic Cube with Saw players the most. Probably Muse and Gunshin a lot. Nairb, I used to play.
It would
we used
be
to
like
play
a lot, dude.
Yeah, I play with you a lot. Not recently though. You've been like AFK in the library. Don't know what you're doing, dude. And then I think only you and your and Talisman are the only ones that play ranked casually so a lot. So I usually play with those two, if anything. So I'll play with Never Clucky soon and Saw. Those are the only 2 tryouts remaining. I already played with IG and TQR. The only thing I'll say is I think IG, it's like um I have a lot more of a commanding voice, I think, and I can basically shot call the way I want to and lead the team.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I feel. Because I think they're looking for a shot caller, so I can. That's the benefit if I want to join their team. I think TQR has the best environment. They're very positive out of all the other teams. And then Never Clucky. What do I say, dude?
I be
I
honest.
thought,
That's
dude, I thought you were gonna say yes for team environment, man.
For team environment? No, dude. I think TQR has the best probably.
Oh,
Most
shit.
positive.
Okay.
Ooh,
I can't say
insider
anything but
information to Never Clucky falling
I mean, no,
apart
I mean,
from
not
the
saying
inside.
like Never Clucky's positive, but like they're like
Dude,
super
I don't want to talk about
positive.
it.
Like
There was another
super
rumor
positive.
randomly that we were disbanding after finals. It's like, where does that come from, man? It's the opposite. But
Dude,
where would
rumors.
you put
Rumors
TQR
push.
right now? Alcantos, Kiona, Philly, and their top laner
Mm.
Nerd, right? Is that TQR?
Well,
Mech-
like Alcantos, yeah, I think that is.
yeah.
Depends
That's
on the
that's
player.
TQR right now.
Arcantos and Mech used to be on the same team, and they were like back when Vanquished was actually good. Or they weren't that bad, but they used to be really good. And they went after they picked up Alcantos, and then they had Mech back in season 3. I think they made a straight run to the finals where they lost to White Lightning, but they were good. And Mech was on my team, and he was definitely, I will say, our best player. And Alcantos is he was used to be a really good mid laner and switched to top lane for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he's mid lane again. And Kiona and Philly, I know that they're good. They're not bad. I think they're good, but they're not like, they're not in the top like 80 carry in bot lane in Premier League. So they should be a solid team. I think they're middle of the pack, like high, like maybe
I think
fourth,
top 5, maybe fourth.
for
Of us.
fourth, yeah, fourth at best, I'd say. But they're not going to be bad. So, yeah, there's my.
Yeah, overall, it's just looking for a team. Like I know Syndicate's coming in next season. They're most people think they're gonna be #1. So whichever team I join, I just wanna. It's gonna be a spot for #1. I don't want to be like, what is there 18 games in House Party season or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like you go 16 and 2 losses to Syndicate. I don't want it to be like that. Like I want it to be good battle for first place. I'm not gonna give the Syndicate easy. So whichever team I join, it's gonna be for to whichever team I think that can fight for first place.
Yeah, I don't know. So, what do you guys think of Syndicate? What do you think they're gonna be vying for top 2, top?
All right. Well, before we like about Syndicate, we're not going to go into detail about like issues with them, but I think that and I know Raislin, you said time and time that when you're like on their you were their coach and like
I still
like
am coaching
development
for
and
them.
stuff
So
like that. Well, whatever. But anyway, you're with them that they're like much better. But I mean, there's some cases where you see just like things and you're like, oh, I don't know about this. But
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just as an outsider, like House Party viewer and player, I just think that they could be like something could happen that could hurt the team, and then do you think that there's a high chance of that, or like not even high chance, but do you think that something could happen to them where they would they might not even play well in the finals or in Premier League? Just
do you mean
because of
can they
internal things?
tilt and lose? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and then like just yeah, I guess so. I
Okay,
don't know
so
why I worded that so
I
weirdly.
at least from my perspective, coaching them, everyone is human, okay? And I think that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing is everyone has the potential to tilt and lose, okay? So it's about building up a resiliency to doing that. And that's one of the things that I try to work with the most is because it has happened. I mean, it happened when they were playing in Swiss, right? We've seen games where they've played not the greatest. They normally come out mostly because their shot calling, especially late game, and their rotations are just so much better. So even if they go behind early game, they make up for it by shot calling later on. So I think if you get a team who can, who they play bad, right? They tilt, and someone has equivalent shot calling, then yes, I think they can lose. Do I think right now, currently in House Party, any team has that? I don't see it yet, but maybe next season when roster change happens, yes, maybe you will. But that's really hard to tell. Right now, the current people playing, I don't foresee it happening. They do
Yeah,
roster
you can quote me,
changes,
dude.
so they if
Quote
they
me,
do
dude.
if they do roster changes, maybe. But
I am
like
Syndicate's counter.
maybe, maybe. I don't know. I've heard some stories, Artha, about you just jumping in. So, but like I said, like right now, I know if you look at the people looking or the looking for team thing, there's 3 master players who looking for teams. They get on
And then
teams and
yeah, you can always just find people from other places
yeah.
too that are
But I mean,
if you want to go
we
that
have
route.
3 new master players right now that are inside the the looking for thread on Reddit who are looking for teams. They all get on the same team and they all play. Oh, I think they're all top lanes and junglers.
Yeah, they're all top and jungle.
Yeah. So I mean, right there you have a team that's I know you get 2 of them. You get a top and a jungle, and maybe like because then you can match Matus and Treebro. Um, I know that I think Clarizio was looking for a team too. I know that he was on, or at least I think he is. I don't know what that weird thing is, but if he's still playing for House Party, then I know he was Masters.
Well, the Clorizio's kind of a weird case considering he has 900k mastery on Janna, and ever since Janna got
Clarice what
nerfed,
Alex wish she was.
ever since he got nerfed, he is dropped to Diamond 1, about to be demoted. So,
Hey,
I mean, I say he's obviously a good player since he could get masters, but he's definitely not master worthy. I think, especially because if you have 900k points on a champion and you're not mastered, then you're probably doing something wrong. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not master, so I can't make fun of people that aren't master
Not
that
yet.
are like that. But yeah, not yet. But I think that when everyone says Corellius is good, but everyone's like, oh man, he's like the best support of all time because he's master and is a good Janna. And if you ban Janna, then or even pick it, then yeah, I just think he's really not good at that, or like relative to
I,
what
I
he.
I still think that he has a lot of. All I'm saying is I think that he's definitely higher tier. I don't think he is a bad support.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
what
if
that's what
he's
I'm trying to say.
Alex and Theo, but I think Alex has a pretty wide champ. No, he's a zillion one trick. That's right.
No, he's a
Alex is like
Karma
D5
one trick
level.
now.
Karma one trick now. So either way,
Yeah.
like Syndicate, yes, they can lose, but I don't know. We'll have to see what the
I
teams
think
look.
they'll drop games in the Premier League. Like they're not gonna go undefeated. They've dropped
Yeah, I don't think
they
so.
dropped
I
so
don't think
many
18
games
games
in
is enough,
Champions.
dude.
Like I mean, I know Champion Circuit's kind of like a not no one really cares about it, but they're like in the bottom half of teams there,
And they're
and
not even
it's
playing Champion Circuit anymore.
yeah they
Yeah.
all right
That's
yeah
'cause-
they're not
isn't
anymore.
it
but
'cause-
And to be fair, Champion Circuit, they actually played with a sub for 4 weeks.
Wasn't Naz banned from?
Yeah,
Can't
he
play
was
with
Naz was
something?
banned
Yeah.
from Champion Circuit for 4 weeks.
And then in Serpentis they're
Yeah.
doing good too, but Serpentis teams are way better. So
Oh,
it's tough
and that's
to,
what
like,
I'm
get
saying is like
stuff.
if you're looking at Serpentis, you have to realize that those teams do not match up to House Party teams. Like
Well,
those.
yeah, I mean, I play in Serpentis too
so-
on Blue Milk, and it's like way kind of like a different league. Like you just, it's not when you're in bot lane, you're just feeling the pressure. Like, oh shit, I'm leaning against a guy that was literally playing on an LCS stage at one point.
Is
in
there
his life.
an entry fee?
Yes.
Or-
Yeah, I didn't pay it. I was already like I joined the team when were in the league, so I'm not sure. I know there is because they were talking about paying it, but I'm not sure what it was.
If anybody wants to sponsor Nevercooked, I'm ready to sell out. Dude.
Yeah. So
I got you, dude.
that was actually a thing is I actually sponsored Syndicate for that.
Spam sell
Oh,
out.
shit.
So
Sell. And how? Do you mind us asking how much it was?
it was $50.
Oh.
So it wasn't that bad.
Per player or just team?
No, team.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's easy.
Per player. God damn
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's 10.
Oh, dude, come on. Rich
The
boy.
price pool's like 2,500, isn't it?
I thought it was 5K. Oh, maybe it's broken up 5K.
Oh yeah. I think the winners get 2,500. I think.
So, but I don't know. Like either way, it's good practice. Like, and I don't know. I've been kind of impressed with the way they play in there, and I think that's the thing is like compared to House Party team. Like right now, I don't see any similarities between a lot of the teams that are in Serpentis and House Party. If teams get like they are in Serpentis, then yes, they'll lose games. But we'll see what happens. Roster changes. That's what I'm hoping on. Right now, looking at, I don't think TQR will beat them. I don't know what Never Clucky's changes are going to be. I don't think Saw will beat them. Who does that leave? Purple Pirates. I don't think Purple Pirates will beat them.
Well, I think it depends who Saul gets. Like,
Well,
they're
it's
getting
also
super
really
crazy.
hard.
That's
because
true.
After every year, there's so many roster changes, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a
But
waste.
isn't
even
Saw
trying-
isn't Saw only changing what they're doing top and jungle, right?
Top and jungle, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough. I don't know.
Personally, we've never played them.
Yeah.
We'll see after, but I don't think it's realistic to see a team going 18-0 like in Premier League, especially if it's double round robin. Like that's a lot of games, man. I only know of one team that's ever gone that far in a win streak, and that
Yeah.
would be Never Clucky, the
Yeah.
20-0 dream of minor league.
Yeah.
But I
well,
think
I mean,
I think
I
they're
don't know.
out like a really
Bit
good
of a
team.
meat last season, but yeah, Syndicate's good. All right, let's talk about Purple Pirates. It's Apricots now in chat, and that's his baby.
Isn't
Purple
TQR his
Pirates.
baby too?
I don't know. Apricot's like a
Okay, so from what I heard,
fucking-
Apricot owns both teams, or he runs both teams. So
owns.
own slash whatever. Fucking who gives a fuck? But either way, like I don't think Purple Pirates is gonna be top 4.
Who's on Purple Pirates?
They have.
Wait, who did they play
That-
in? Who did they play in semis?
They played us, Blue Milk, and we lost.
Oh no, dude, that team's not gonna do well.
I mean, I have to
Pretty
give
good.
Purple Pirates credit. Ever since Apricots got on that team, they've done very well.
Well, they now have. They lost
Yeah.
their jungler. Stuns. Their best player's gone. Their bot lane is not good. Their mid laner was good, and Fef played well. I don't know if he is good, but I know he played well against us. Nairb shaking his head, so
I don't know, dude. We'll see.
There, I don't think unless Apricot can find someone equally good or better than Stunned, or definitely upgrade their bot lane, especially because Hexor's not even an AD main. Like it feels bad like talking trash to him when he doesn't play ADs. But I mean,
So
And
rumor
then
has it
obviously-
that some rule changes are happening, and Apricot will have to pick one of the two teams. So
rumor has it.
rumor has it.
Yeah.
I have pretty good sources. So
Artha, why
I heard that
can
too.
your camera just not?
Dude, it's literally hanging on my monitor. Like it's not even. There's no stand or anything. It's just hanging. Like,
But-
it's delicate, dude.
like I don't. Like I said, I have to give Apricot credit. In he took a team that was bottom, brought him up to
Well,
second.
Like they were like ninth or a seventh because there's only
Yeah.
8 teams.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
I think if it keeps like if he doesn't find better players for each their roles like that are left, I think they'll probably be last or second to last.
So is it gonna be 3-0 Syndicate? 100%.
I don't know that.
Probably.
I can't say 100%. I don't know what the because I don't.
know Syndicate will win 100%.
Yeah.
I will say that, but I don't know the roster, so I don't really know
Okay.
what the.
Yeah, I think Syndicate will win, and I want to say that it's highly favorable that they'll 3-0. But I mean, like I said, people tilt, right? People are human beings. People have shit that happens. So
people are human beings. Raislin
Yeah,
is just
so,
on
I mean,
fire today.
they make mistakes. I mean, it could happen. I mean, anything's possible, right? I would say statistically, it's not likely that they give up a game.
Yeah.
So
I don't
The
know.
other big team that's changing is White Lightning, right?
yeah,
they got
oh,
the-
Top and
White
Still
Lightning
white
of the
light.
year.
pretty much.
They'll be pretty good, especially since Corrupt was master. Now he's diamond, almost
Lucky.
diamond 4. Never lucky, but yeah, he's a good player. He's just tilting. I don't know, but and then Christine is good, although I don't know if they've been playing much solo queue, but none of their ranks are that high. Like I know Christina was like D1, D2, and now he's like D5 or D. Oh, no, he's D4. He was in my division. I was looking the other day, but yeah, they'll be good. I don't know if they probably still play together since they are all on the collegiate team. I think at ISU.
we're probably gonna
I'll
scrim
be-
them tomorrow, so I'll
Join. Ooh,
have more
no.
information on their team after that.
Stream.
Yeah, stream it.
Maybe.
No, all right, but and then the other minor league team is either down to us or Blue Milk Freeze or Wawa since TDRK is forfeiting their thing since
Oh, they are?
can't. Yeah, they're in
Oh.
chat talking about it earlier.
No.
Their Strath's internet still is fucked, and they can't get like I don't know. They just don't have a sub. I think that's what Hadu was saying in chat earlier. So don't quote me on that, but that's what he was saying. So quote Hadu saying, since he's player for the team, saying that they're forfeiting. So basically, whoever wins, us or Wawa, is going to Premier
Is that a
League.
best of 3 or best of 5?
I have no idea actually, and I'm gonna be on a flight to San Francisco, so hopefully my team can
Shit.
pull through and win. I didn't actually. Funny story. I was all excited to play against Wawa since I know a lot of friends that are on there.
So
And
if
then
they win, are you the
yeah,
ADC in Premier League?
well, see, I was originally brought on to like play a kind of faker Easy Hoon, I guess, in Blue Milk because Jiggity had to like do other stuff, and then in April Jiggity is gonna be like super busy, so I guess I'm pretty much gonna be the starting AD carry unless something else happens. And our team's going through some like weird roster changes right now, so don't know. But yeah, I was gonna play on Friday, but then my mom booked plane tickets 3 days in advance, and she thought like March had like less days than it did. I don't know actually, but oh, I can't really complain. I'm going to San Francisco, so and I live in Iowa, so you know, a bit of a change there. So hopefully my team can win and go in Premier League, so then I can play against all you good players like Nairb and Artha.
Yeah, I'm
So
trying.
Raislin, I heard you're making a team. Let's talk about your team for Swiss.
No.
No.
Uh,
Oh,
I
okay.
am definitely making a team. Like definitely both the fucking junglers that I was trying out are probably or wanted to try out are gonna end up in Premier League.
Oh,
So
So
unfortunate.
unfortunate. So it's okay. I don't know. I've been trying out some different people. We'll see what happens. I mean, the biggest thing is finding uh,
yeah.
tops and jungles. So, but
Yeah.
I might have some from outside of House Party. Um, and so we'll see what happens. But when I have a roster put together, maybe and I start scrimming, then I'll actually worry about that. But I mean, I tried out some people the other day and scrimmed against Syndicate, and it didn't go that bad. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So I want to see you in the Swiss or in minor league. So instead of just trash talking people from your comfy desk chair of watching, you get to play against them.
So
And then
I'm okay with that. Like,
I think
I
it's better.
honestly, if I do make it into minor league, because that's a real if, like, especially with some of the shit
A
that's
bunch of new people. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a
Wait,
lot.
you're playing on the team, right?
Yeah.
What lane do you play?
mid lane.
Mid.
Oh, are you good?
I'm plat 2, so I don't know.
Alright.
If you judge by elo, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, you said Izumi Sinichi, Elo's matter.
So I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I think Raislin's good. I don't know if he's like
I don't know.
that good.
I don't
You
think
know,
I'm
I know
Frosty
he's
good.
No,
But
he's
can I-
definitely diamond level. I don't know why you're not diamond actually, but
I never
it's
can
just
play
from
enough
what I've played.
games. Fucking work,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's-
it kills me. So, but like, I mean, I can lane against Frosty and not feed or die at all.
Is there
I'd
any
rather
update? Do we
buy
know
a-
if there's any update on All Stars?
yeah. They're the like shows this Sunday, and then it'll show like who got voted in and stuff. I know there's a tie between Jiggity and Intercourse for 80 carry, so they're having like a
Shit.
1v1 for the
Yeah.
minor league.
It's not you?
Oh man, I'm bad. Like that's what happens when you're on the team that gets 7th place out of 8 teams when one of the teams pretty much dropped out. So I guess we're last place. Never lucky. Although Naz definitely is the best. I don't really think anyone disagrees that Naz is the best AD carry in minor league, but it's more of a popularity contest really. So
Oh.
and Intercourse is good. They're both Jiggity and Intercourse are good, and I'm good. You know, everyone's just good. So.
It's good.
And then I'm excited to see the Premier League ones, and I just like the other awards, like the best meme and stuff. I'll be watching. Hopefully, you
Yeah.
guys will too, Artha. Come on, since you're going to be playing, you got to get up to date on the newest
Banned
memes.
meme.
So, but I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. So, I'm really excited for next season. For both leagues, I think Premier League's going to be better. I think Swiss League's going to be better. Is there still some like big name teams that are planning on doing Swiss? Because I know that at one point Afro was thinking about doing Swiss, but I don't think he is now, is he? Or he's trying for LCS.
Afro was telling, I don't know. Afro was telling me he had Maple Street playing 80 carry for him, and then when I was like, okay, man, okay,
Wait, Afrosaurus Rex?
yeah.
Oh shit.
So I don't know. I know like they had a pretty solid team. If they were like going through Swiss, they probably would have made it. Although no one can really say for sure since Wyndon was telling me or just telling everyone that they had over 200 people sign up for the email notification to sign up for Swiss. So maybe say we get at least half of that, which is pretty reasonable. That'll be like 100 people signing up, and it's really interesting because if they raise the entry fee, which they 100% should raise it to at least $10. I think $10 is pretty good. That'll be like $1,000 that they can use for I don't know whatever they want to use it for.
Right.
We're talking about paying streamers so you could get more of a streamer schedule since a lot of times we're actually trying to find streamers at like 3:55 p.m. right before the stream is since it's kind of hard to do. So there's so many graphic stuff, and then prize pool. Yeah, I don't know why they don't have one already. Well, it's hard because Riot won't sponsor because it's a closed tournament since you have to get through minor league first.
Yep.
It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah.
So
I think prize pool and prize pool is probably the number one thing because when you say it's an LCS tournament, everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool. Let me see it." And then if you say LCS tournament with blank prize pool, it's
oh wait,
kind of
like we don't even know the prize pools, do we? And I know for Premier League there wasn't one, right?
Nah,
No,
not
no,
this year.
there was no official one. I mean, I'm gonna give shout outs to Sultan right now because he is the one who supplied the prizes for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
like
stepped up. It was $20 per person,
fucking
and then a mystery skin. Which
he
was
spent like
really, really cool.
$150 giving out prizes because he felt that these guys deserved a prize, or $130. Like that's fucking commendable. Like that was like super super impressive, and I was super happy that someone did that. So, because I feel like if he didn't, then the community should have came together to do something. Because I don't think you should have a tournament without some sort of prize. So even if it's something small, like I don't know, but that was super commendable for him. So, but, I don't know. So, who do you think's gonna win? Did we already talk about Blue Milk versus Purple Pirates? Or not Blue Milk
He
versus
lost-
Wawa?
He lost. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want me to go like over their roles, since I kind of know both players, I
Yeah.
can. But
I don't
Um,
think a lot of people know, especially with some of the changes. But who do you think's gonna win?
I think we are non-biased. We are or
Even with-
biased. We are non-biased. We are
Even
like,
with
both.
the
Just-
you not being there.
I don't see any reason. I think me and Jiggity are like, I would say like we kind of agree on this too. So I'm not just talking out of my ass that like he's much better like shot caller. Like he's a shot caller when we play.
Okay.
When he plays, but then when I play, I shot call like team fights, like targets and stuff. But I don't like say rotate here and stuff like that. But I think that I'm probably like a better mechanical, but he's definitely like just better with sense of what to do. Like he's like coaching. He's like
What
coaching
is
us
this?
too.
Mhm.
So fucking
Dude, I'm trying.
Artha's distracting me. But our mid laner is definitely better than their mid laner. Mark Boots is our mid laner, and I think Gerson is their mid laner, who is Opposen's brother. I don't know if Opposen's playing or not. I'm not sure. Like he
Interesting.
role swaps like every week. If he's 80 carry, then Jiggity's definitely better than he is. Although Opposen's definitely not bad. He just like as Naz put it, like exactly words out of my mouth. He just doesn't have the killer instinct. I'm not actually sure of our roster, to be honest.
That's always reassuring. We're gonna win, but I'm not sure about our roster.
I'm not actually sure if we have a top laner because our top laner is it was Sensei Cat, but we couldn't even use him. But he's not our top laner anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, why not?
We couldn't use him because he was on Team Dot and they didn't drop him, so he had to leave or something like that. And then he's not on our team anymore because, for one, I guess the biggest reason is he wanted to leave because his wrists were like super bad, so that's unfortunate. But also he never talked. Like he would say 2 words a game at maximum. Like it was like progressively he got better. Like the last game we played with him the other night, it was like almost like a normal. You could almost like have a conversation with him, him responding, but it was just like not communication is key to victory. So didn't really work out. We have good top laners we're trying out though, and I'm not really sure of our jungler or support situation. So actually, when I said non-bias and bias, we would win. I'm not really sure if that's gonna happen now that I think about it. But yeah, hopefully we do. That's what I'm gonna say. Hopefully we win.
Okay, so we've been here for a while. Let's do Twitch questions, and we'll get you to bed, Swifty. I know it's
Wait, I
past
have
your
a
bedtime.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Was there there was a playoff wide roster lock for Premier League? Was that just not a thing in minor league?
No, it's for minor league too. Wyndon just said that Sensei Cat was locked in dot.
Yeah, that's
Because
probably-
roster lock was already in place.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's why.
Okay.
So
Yeah, man.
So-
Artha, who do you think's gonna win minor league? Wawa or Blue Milk Breeze?
wait, oh, you mean the third place game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bad or bad?
Yeah, that's pretty. I like to be honest. Like I don't know. I'm I'm not happy about
Is
either
that,
one
do
of
they
those.
automatically get into Premiere? Or they have
Yep,
to first
they
do it?
automatically
the
get
winner-
into
the
Premiere
winner
now.
gets promoted.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think. I'm gonna say Wawa.
Fuck, I don't know.
Wait,
I want to see the
actually,
roster changes.
Is that a guess?
Dude, the rosters though.
That's the. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna
if we have our roster, there's no way we lose the game, but we
Okay.
don't have a roster, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
unfortunate.
best of 5 close like Never Call Giver saw,
I hope so.
but Clown Fiesta,
Yeah,
Like-
definitely.
Dig versus Renegades. I'm just
So-
gonna YOLO say Wawa. But
Yeah. Yeah, I,
The
like I
rosters are
said, both
interesting.
of those I'm kind of disappointed about. Like
Oh, okay.
nothing personal, Swifty, but like I don't think either one of those teams are gonna be very good in Premiere. I don't know.
Well, they could just drop their entire roster, right? Like every
That's
other
true.
team.
They could be like, hey guys, thanks for letting us sit here. We're dropping you all now.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, high elo players would probably join just because they don't have to go through Swiss.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's always good. So, but
Well, like, I don't think our team's bad. I just think it's bad when we don't have a roster. Like, you guys have never like watched us play other than when we had like Blue Milk Freeze was ranked 2 coming into the playoffs, and really the only reason we lost the Purple Pirates was because we had a 80 carry main playing top, and if we're gonna play this game, we're gonna have our roster fucked again. Like in Champion Circuit, like as much of a meme that place is, there's good teams there. Like Aporia is good, and Syndicate obviously was good, and then there's some other good teams there. I can't remember the names, especially since no one really cares about it anymore.
is CC
But-
even going? Isn't it dead?
Yeah, we were like ranked 3. Yeah, the team we still played the games. Like we were ranked 3 there, and yeah,
I don't know.
Apricot being mean in Twitch chat.
Do you guys think we should change the best of 2 or best of 3 like LCS is in summer?
I think best of 3 would be more competition, or best of 2. Either one. I don't like best of 1s. Best of 1s
I don't think
allow.
house party teams are committed enough.
I agree. I don't think so either. We'll see though. Like
Unless-
with how many people have dropped this season between both leagues, like I probably agree. So I think they need to do something with the players that are allowed on the team, because you can only
It
have
should
2
be-
drops and stuff like that. Which
Also,
is,
I think you should be able to have 4 subs, not 2, if
I
you're gonna do
agree.
that.
and I think that a captain shouldn't have to be a sub. So, but I don't know. Like that's a lot. So because
Okay.
you're talking like, I mean, it would increase competition, but do they have the amount of
I
players
think it's
coming
too
in?
much work
So
on the
that's.
admins too.
I think when House Party gets bigger, yes. Right now, no. I don't think it would work. So, but it would bring more competition. Best of 3s are always, or best of 2s or best of 3s are always better. So, best of 2s allow for 1 cheese game, and then to counteract that, I mean, you could do 2 cheese games, but best of 1s are like really random sometimes. So, that's why I like best of 5s, is you can see how people react to pick ban phase. Because
Mhm.
that is a huge part of the game, and if you don't know how to do it, then you'll end up losing. So, but that's my take on it.
Okay.
All right,
I think
Twitch chat, go attack. Pretty sure we could hold a Wild Turtle lookalike contest with Nairb.
Why?
Jet.
You
Nice.
look like
It's
Wild
so
Turtle,
good.
dude.
and
It's
I smile,
not,
dude. Smile.
No, Jet.
My
looked
hair's
more,
like
I think.
completely different, dude.
Yeah. No, your hair's definitely different.
Okay.
Oh, Alex and Thea wants to know how you guys got your name.
All right.
Never.
No, your
No, like
league names. Hi, I'm Nairb.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm there.
Afro.
If you are wondering where Nairb comes from, my name is Brian. Backwards is Nairb.
I mean, that's what Ness says last week, right? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
he definitely gave you a shout out.
For the new people that didn't know,
Yeah.
it's Nairb.
I forgot about that. Artha,
Yeah.
you disappeared. How'd you get your name?
Uh-oh.
Artha? Oh, he doesn't have his headset on. Artha, how'd you
Wait,
get
is
your
my
name?
cam really small?
No, you're good.
No, your cam's fine.
Okay.
How'd you get your name?
Well, like it's like my dad had basically he came up with the name for his business or whatever, and then I just took it for
Oh.
myself. This sounds pretty nice too. I've been using it for a while.
Okay.
It's pretty. That's all. That's Swifty's name. Or did I miss it?
Nah,
No.
I
We've-
sort of was,
we've
but
done
it's
it.
from the show Rick and Morty,
Oh, okay.
so I just like it too, like Swifty. It just rolls off the tongue.
Mine's from a book, or a book series. So, I thought I seen.
Are you gonna go back to Hi, I'm Swifty or no?
I have it like as like a bar, Swifty bar,
Yeah,
like
that's
an
not
I,
good, dude.
capital I. I don't know. Haim Swifty feels like I'm copying off Gosu, so I don't want to be like known as that.
Yeah, no.
See, I need to get on a team that like they all change their name, so I can be like something Swifty.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about? I don't know if this is actually a meme or not, or Super Frank serious about him going to LCS. Someone asked.
He needs to get a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, no, like I agree with Afro when he's saying don't bash him if he has streams. Like I
Oh,
would
of
love to
course.
play in the LCS, obviously, but he's just not good enough. Like he's Diamond 1 0 LP, so I mean Diamond 1's good, but it's definitely not LCS.
I mean, anything is possible, right? If you
I
put it,
know.
if you
It
if you
depends
put
on
in the
what.
work.
I'm not
Yeah.
bashing him at all.
No,
like,
I mean,
go
if that's his dream, go for it, dude. But you really need to put in the work. And,
Like what is he doing? Is he literally taking a year off to just like
I don't know.
play
I know that
Smoke?
it would probably be really hard to get into the LCS unless you did take a year off and treated this like a job. I feel like it's the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
Paul's was Diamond 2. Yeah, guys, never forget.
Yeah.
All right, this guy. There's a lot of people asking for Nairb showing the dick.
Yeah, no.
It's not.
We don't want to get banned from Twitch. Thank you very much.
Oh boy.
I think Artha
Why?
is going to play for either Saw
I'm never clucky.
or Never Clucky.
Yeah, but which one?
No
Fuck-
inside information. I
That's-
know.
Like, I don't know. One of those two. And Artha has like this giant ass smile on his face, like, ho ho hee hee.
Dude, okay, I'll tell you my secret actually.
Oh, really? Here we go.
I'm gonna elo boost TDRK out of relegations.
Oh, I mean, okay. That's fine.
No, I'm kidding. Nice try. Good guess. I'm never gonna say it though. I'm not gonna say which team I'm gonna be on.
Ooh.
I think we'll
Even
know
once
next
you're
week
on
probably.
the team, you won't say it.
You'll know in a couple days, maybe a week.
Afro, I don't have a super team. I'm trying people out and we'll see what happens. I don't even know if
Top-
it'll work out.
See, this guy wants top 3 champs for each role on current patch. I'll just do 80 carry.
Sivir.
Sivir, Lucian's never not good. Ezreal, I think. Like, really doesn't matter what 80 carry is not that effective unless you like it doesn't have that big of an impact unless you're playing Sivir. So that's 80 carry, fun and interactive lane. Oh, yeah, Afro reminded. I forgot that Joe was a champion. I think Jin's good too. Like his laning is so oppressive, especially if you have like Janna, because Janna Jin is not possible to lose lane with. If you lose lane with Janna and Jin, you should actually shoot yourself.
I think he's best ADC right now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Jen, yeah, he's pretty sick.
What do you guys think about Nairb? What do you think are the best 3 top laners?
Don't
For
say
carry
Gnar.
tops, Gnar? No,
No,
he's
Gnar.
not. He's not good. I mean, he's not good, but I think he's okay. Graves is like probably 1.
Yeah.
Echo is probably 1.5. I don't know if Fiora is actually a thing. Like, I feel like if Echo, because Fiora actually shits on Echo like really early, but if Echo ever gets ahead, it's over. I think I don't know why I see Gragas top in like LPL/LCK. I would never play Gragas top. That just is too weird to me. Yeah, I would say Graves, Echo. Oh man, people are playing Fizz too, dude. Um, Graves, Echo, and Poppy. Yeah, that's probably top 3. I think Poppy's still good.
So, I think for mid lane, let's see. I think Karma right now is really good. I think Azir is really, really good. And I have no idea who I'd put third, but I think those two are going to be very, very, very popular. So, trying to think who else.
Do people still play Corki mid?
I think he's good.
I see a
Yeah,
bunch of Eris
I
as
still
well.
think he's good. I just don't know if he's top 3.
Oh, okay.
Like that's
Yeah.
I think that Corky's still good. I think there's a lot of good mid laners right now, but I think that Karma and Azir are going to be standouts.
Azir's like super sick, dude.
I think Karma's like better support. Like DTS, I agree with him.
I think she's good support. I don't know. Like, I think she's a good flex pick, and I think that she's really strong mid lane. So.
Oh, all
but
right,
that's
hold on.
just
I want to
preference.
see Apricot's question. All right, he says he has the the voting for all stars. It's minor leagues is Alex and Theo, Fef, Apricot, Frosty, and then Intercourse or Jiggity. And Premier is Gunshin, Muse, Alcantos, Collateral,
No.
and then Jetrix Kanon. All right. I don't know if it's confirmed, but he
I'm
said
sad,
you heard it here
dude.
first. I know I'm sad too. What do you compare teams? I think obviously Alex is good since he's challenger. I don't think Fef is as good as Alcantos. I'm surprised Apricot made it into there. I don't think he's as good as Jetrix, even though Jetrix is like, you know, hashtag one trick. But and then I think Muse. I think that Intercourse and Jiggity are both better than Muse, to be honest.
I agree.
And
Like, yeah.
and then
that's
Frosty, I think I really look forward to watching this.
I
Actually,
lost
it'll
by
be
one
so
vote.
sick.
Oh,
I'm not looking forward, dude. I'm really sad.
You lost by one vote.
There's
Wow,
no
I'm
never
sad.
plucky,
No,
dude.
I voted
It's so
for you,
sad.
but
That's okay.
it's popularity. Come on.
who
But
won?
yeah, I
Super?
think minor league will win. But man, I'm really hyped. Actually, I might be more hyped for this than I am for
Wait,
the
who's the top
finals.
laner? Is it Alcantos?
Yeah, everyone likes Alcantos.
Okay, whatever.
You're too new, Nairb. You're too new.
Yeah, Gunshin and Muse, really?
Uh,
Go
No.
for it.
Artha, did you pick your top 3 junglers?
Oh, I think I cut off
No.
Artha.
You did.
Top 3 junglers.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
champions.
Collateral got support. Nice. Top 3 junglers right now, I'll do it for you. It's Kindred, Elise, and
Kindred,
Gragas.
Elise, Gragas, yeah.
Yeah, I can agree.
That was
with that.
easy.
Then Rek'Sai, but
What about Echo? Oh, no.
No. Better top lane.
Oh, yeah, probably. What about
The
Graves?
jungle pool's pretty not deep, honestly. Like there's not many good junglers. It's just 4. The rest are like off meta. Zac might be like a special pick. Or other than that, just Kindred. Kindred's probably most broken right now, but she's getting nerfed.
Do we do
Top-
support? Top 3
Yeah,
Is
I
there
don't
any
know.
Nah, we didn't
None
do
of
Top 3
support.
support is
Support.
Karma, Braum, and Janna.
Yeah, I agree.
Just kidding,
Uh,
not Janna, not Janna.
No, Alistar.
Braum?
probably.
Wait, did Jenna just get changed recently?
Even though
Yes.
Jana got nerfed.
Oh yeah.
You don't get your 80 carry a BF sword anymore.
Yeah, okay, probably Braum, Alistar, and Karma.
I think Karma's good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I think in like, because nobody should really sync support bans unless the support's a one trick.
Yeah.
I think like Braum Alistar should be every single game if there are no support bans. They're just like so fucking good, dude.
Karma.
I think Karma's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think she's a really good flex pick, and I actually think she's really good mid. But like I said, I'm plat too. What the fuck do I know, right?
Yeah, it's alright.
So
Yeah.
I'll boost you. Don't worry.
no, I will not. I don't even like dynamicing. Like I won't dynamic queue with most people because I think it's cheating. So
I hate dynamic queue. Another day, another lesson.
what do you guys think about the new champion? Might as well talk about
Oh
that.
yeah,
Soul,
Aurelian
he just got released.
Soul.
It's broken.
Who? Oh, Aurelian Soul.
Yeah.
I just got shit on one in a ranked, and I haven't seen one ever since. Like he's always been banned or like no one picks him, so I can't really say.
Like imagine a competitive like you have the lanes all right. You just play 20 minutes and you're pushing mid lane tower. Early and Soul comes from base all the way, and you have to back up your tower, otherwise you get stunned.
Yep.
That's free tower. That's what I think.
I think
how
you have
it
to be
is played.
careful though, like super careful when you pick him. Like you need to pretty much counter pick him, and you have to be careful what they have. Because right now, Soul, if you are like right on his animation, he can't instant Q stun. So Talon, Zed, Fizz can like pretty much stay on him
Yeah.
because he can't ever stun them. The only thing he can do is he can either flash or ult, and if those are ever down, then he just dies. So
he's been up, like not banned in my games, and he's just never been picked. So I have no idea what he does or
yeah,
if he's
Yasuo
good.
too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so if you're playing against the Soul, just stand on his animation and he can't hit you with any spells. So, that's cool.
Who are these people in Twitch chat? I don't even know half of them.
Don't pay attention to any of
Are
them.
they all your?
I don't- like, I don't-
never-
I don't-
Black
I-
Zero,
Narb?
Prodigies,
Yeah.
H bar, the shout outs to the kids.
Okay,
But
is there any
don't-
other questions? Because
don't pay attention.
we'll give
No,
it
I
one
don't
more
think so.
shot.
Any questions? I don't have.
Who's H bar?
I don't know.
I was sad Gunshin didn't do Smite 6.
Me too.
Or play Quinn, because he spammed a fuck ton of Quinn, but never played it. And we left it
Satvia
open.
or Indica? What the hell does that
Right.
even mean? Oh man, we.
Okay, I think this
Alright.
is it, Swifty.
Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to some fun house after party. I'm not gonna be on next week. I'll be in San Francisco getting women, hopefully, and getting a tattoo. Hopefully, that I don't pass out from the pain. So, PM all ideas to me. But no, that's basically it. Thanks for being on, Nairb and Artha. Wave to the camera. Yep,
Yeah.
Artha's camera actually picking him up without having a tornado in his house. And yeah. Apricot, that's not true. And I guess that's basically it. See you guys next week, except for me.
Wait,
So,
we're not doing shoutouts?
Oh, okay. No.
You
do
guys
your
want shout-outs?
shout-outs
Go ahead.
to all your Never Clucky fans in chat.
Shout out to Never Clucky, greatest team on earth. If theirs was named House After Party, analysis.
It's just
Shouts to
House After Party.
Artha. Oh yeah, it's House After. Sorry.
We
House After.
changed it.
Hello?
Shouts to Artha for doing the show and not trolling me, giving some great insight on the jungle. Shout out to my boy Holy Goose for subbing in semis, and
He's really cool.
yeah, he's a really good player. I think he really deserves to be in Premier League if he can find a spot.
No, I don't think he does. I think he should not be in Premier League.
Oh yeah, if he wants to be on your team. Yeah.
So
It's a shout out to
no,
Sports Anime.
he really does though.
Good.
He's really good.
All right, I got you. My
Hey,
shout out.
Black Zero wants a shout out.
shout out to Black Zero 2125.
Hey, shout out to Holy Goose and Wedge and Legnos and Namswat.
Who are these people?
Hey, no one will understand that.
That's Never
Okay.
Clucky backwards. All the summoner names backwards. Because it's Nairb.
That's
Alright,
secret,
It's
dude.
Good
Good
meme,
Namswat.
Martha. All right. Okay. Holy Goose type. All right. I think that's basically
Wisp,
it.
Wisp
Wait,
said
Race, do
he.
you have any shouts?
Yeah, I don't really have a shout outs, but Wisp said that I have to give him a shout out too because you didn't give him a shout out. So
Oh, shit.
yeah, how did you forget about him?
Me?
Yeah.
Shout outs to Rasenkin
He's not on
for
my friends
interviewing
list,
my
dude,
players.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I met
just-
Nairb. Didn't he
Okay.
play for you guys too?
Who?
Wisp?
No.
No.
Miss Angel was the support.
Oh, okay. I met
Shout out
against.
to the new website. I tried it today. It's pretty sick.
I met against IG. Didn't you have?
Shout outs to the website. Narb
Oh.
getting metaphysical here.
The new website. Tried it today. It's fucking dank.
Oh, is the new
Uh,
website out?
Is it well worth the
It's
money?
not out, but I might be beta testing.
Oh, I see how it is.
Insider info. Yeah.
Wait, Narb, I want to. How old are you? I can't tell from your look. You look young, but then you just
have
have
to
the.
guess, and then I will say if it's upper or lower.
All right,
You're 12.
19.
Okay.
19.
You got on the first try.
Wait, 19. You are.
Yeah.
All right. I just assume 19 usually.
Artha, do you have any other shout outs?
Shout out to Nairb, dude.
Nairb.
Wait, shout out
This
to
is gonna take
TQR.
forever.
Shout out to
Wow.
wait,
Oh, shouts to
IG, and shout out to Saw, and shout out to NCO.
shouts to Bard for being a broken ass champion and getting us 255,000 views on a video.
Yeah,
Alright.
nice. That actually got us a lot of following. Thank you, Relara, for being good at this game, and Narb for fucking up. You got us views. You did that on purpose. You knew you would win.
Okay,
So
shout
you
out to
just-
Alexa and Theo. It's Alexa, not Artha.
Who's that?
I mean, it's
Wow,
Alexa,
that's
not Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Alexa. You can ask me yourself.
Alexa.
Okay,
and
let's
Alexa.
let's end this so I can do this.
Wait,
Let's-
we
we're
do
done.
it. We do a.
Oh, yeah, we can
Alright,
fist each other. Go,
Bam.
guys.
Come on,
Doesn't get
Artha.
the-
Artha.
Oh, bam.
Yo, you know this whole time I can't see Raceland's webcam?
I know.
I know.
Yeah,
I
he's
only
not
see
on
a-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
picture.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
see him being
Okay.
cute. All right.
I'm stopping
quiet
this
now.
stream. We're done.
All right.
Oh, man.